Yeah, and
Yeah,
Rebecca will be
so
here later too, so it's like we got the full crew. So this is a special episode.
it's been so long since we've had the full crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a lot happened. Well, I went to Miami and Cancun because I was like, yay, I'm going to take some time
Nice.
off and focus on myself. Then I got a call and it was like, hey, your dad's dying. And I was like, okay, cool. So I went back home and it was just like really rapid. Like his health just started declining. Like he went into liver failure, so from cancer. So it
Wow.
was just more so just making sure he passes comfortably, which he did. He was really comfortable.
That's
He passed
good.
in his sleep. I made sure he was loaded up on oxy and, everything that he
Yeah.
needed to be loaded up on. But he lived a good life, died at 76. It's sad seeing him go through it, but like we knew it was coming. So it was more so like a conversation of when, not if.
Yeah.
So because he had pancreatic cancer and there's really no cure for pancreatic cancer. So it's just really a conversation of like how long is he going to survive. But I did want to thank everyone for donating to the GoFundMe. Dying is really expensive. And I don't mean to laugh, but it's actually like really true.
Yeah.
There was one cemetery that wanted to charge us $30,000 just for the plot.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
$30,000?
Just for the plot.
Wow.
Like not even.
Oh, that's not even for the funeral. That's just for the square.
That's just for the plot. Just like the square in the ground. $30,000. And I was like, that plus the memorial, plus the service, like this is going to cost us like upwards of $40,000. So we found a cemetery that was willing to give us the plot for $6,500, and we were like, we'll take it.
Yeah.
It's better, at least.
So housing under the ground is expensive too, apparently.
My God.
There's actually there was actually a story I read a long time, well, not a long time ago, maybe like a couple of years ago, about how like even the funeral industry is becoming monopolized by major corporations. Like there's this one company called Dignity that has bought up every like mom and pop funeral home across the country, and they are now like a funeral monopoly, like just monetizing death and making a ton of money off of it. You might have gone through a Dignity company without even realizing it when doing the services. I noticed all these funeral homes around my neighborhood over the years, suddenly they don't change their name, but they add a little logo next to it that says like a Dignity company or something like that. It's crazy. Dying is now big business.
Capitalism is sick and twisted.
Yes.
What the
that was
fuck?
my exact thoughts. Yeah.
God, I guess my family got lucky in a sense because my dad was a veteran, so they allow you to bury them like on federal property. But my dad was like, he was cremated, so it wasn't like an issue. And we, when my dad passed away, it was like at the start of COVID. So we ended up doing a Zoom funeral where I just made a video with like his children and grandchildren saying their wishes and stuff. And it was way, 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 way more affordable than like an in-person one, which it sucks because like, you should just be able to do what you need to do to grieve. Like funerals are for the family, but the fact that it's so commodified is actually really disgusting. Because it's not like to actually put on a service itself. Like that shouldn't be very expensive. Like the cost of the venue should be the most, and like food if you want to do catering. But like the fact that it's thousands of dollars potentially, that is so sick and twisted in my mind.
Yeah, it was wild. I didn't even know this was a thing. So I do think it was more of a bigger conglomerate type of cemetery, but my father was a very simple man. So
Yeah.
we were like burying him somewhere where it's upwards about $40,000, everything combined. Like that's not really him. So we found a mom and pop Muslim cemetery, which was way more affordable, way more accessible. And so we gave him the Muslim burial, but it was just, I was like, yo, this is out of pocket. Like it's crazy. Cause it's not just the plot. So it's the plot, then it's the mortuary. Then if you're Christian, you do the embalming, which is a whole extra cost on its own. And then you do the viewing, which is also another extra cost. So it's really, really, really expensive to die. And if you don't put money down for your family to do it, then your family is covering it. in this economy. So
Yeah.
it's just so many ways like America is fucked, and it just like really reinforced how much I don't like how this country operates. But
Yeah.
Medicaid was cool though. Medicaid covered all of the at-home nurses. Actually, speaking about Medicaid getting cut, so when my father had to go on hospice, we had nurses coming into the house on the hour. We had Uber for opioids and Xanax. So like basically we would just call them and say we need more, and the delivery driver would be at our house within 20 minutes. We had oxygen tanks, the bed, different aides that would come in and help us shower him and change him and stuff like that. And that was all funded by Medicaid and Medicare.
No kidding.
So I don't know what that's going to look like in a couple of years once it gets cut, but it was really cool that we were able to get that like government funded, but we'll see how that goes too. So dying is going to be way more expensive in a couple of years apparently, but
God,
we'll
yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like you almost don't even have time to grieve when something like that happens, because you have to deal with all of the like logistics of like setting up the funeral and stuff like that, which is awful. Have you been okay? Like how have you and your family been? Like you've taken like a little bit of time to just like breathe?
Yeah, I think the worst. Okay, so there's a logistical side of it, and then there's the family drama side of it.
Of course.
So it's like if you have a Republican half sister like me that you didn't grow up with at all, then you got to deal with her too. So it was a lot of like I think the dying part was fine. It was the planning and the dynamics that really like irked me and got on my nerves. So the only advice I do have is that, like, you know, just please make sure you have a will. I don't care if you don't have anything in your name, just have a fucking will. And at the very least, like, plan where you want to get buried or what you want to do, because it's going to make it a lot easier for everyone else dealing with it. And it's just things that people don't think about. But no, I'm okay. I'm fine. I moved to New York, so once I hopped on that plane, I mentally was able to separate, and I've been doing great since I've been here for the past like 12 hours. So yeah. But thanks for your donations, everyone. I appreciate it.
Well, Ariana, it's great to have you back. So,
thank you. I'm so happy to be here. I'll be here every week now, I promise. So I'm excited.
Nice.
You don't have to promise. You don't have to promise that. I mean, you know.
Yeah, we don't take attendance.
I'm promising myself because I need to hold myself accountable.
Like if you don't show up like 2 weeks from now, we're going to be like, well, Ariana, remember just 3 weeks ago when you
remember what she said?
I'm speaking of your dad's funeral.
Somebody will share a clip on Twitter. This shoe.
Also, congrats on the baby, Matt. I know.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. No, yeah. So it's been it's a month now. So she's now 1 month old, and on top of that, my oldest, my son, just had his 10th birthday. So 10. He's 10 years old now, and it was sort of a big monumental milestone for me as well, because I've been doing this for a decade now.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's official because I just passed my 10-year mark on June 18th. I didn't know until YouTube told me for doing YouTube.
Oh, he was talking about being a father.
No, I'm talking about being a father.
Oh, I thought you like doing online stuff.
I thought you meant.
No.
I was so confused.
I thought you meant job as well. That's what I thought you meant.
Okay.
No, 10 years of raising children.
I just want to make sure I get the congratulations too. Okay.
He already mentioned his kid turned 10, so obviously it's been 10 years. So
No,
I thought you were
right,
going to do
right.
a different topic.
There's a difference.
Okay,
like,
David's on my level, so I'm glad I don't feel completely.
There is a difference though between your kid turning 10 and then like you as the parent, the adult, realizing, oh my God, I've had kids for a decade now. Like that's a big thing. For at least for me, it made me feel very old.
My son just turned 12, and it's a lot to process, you know.
Is that really how old your dog is?
Yeah, he's 12.
My dog's
he's
sleeping.
12.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the sleeping baby. Look at that.
Oh,
that's so cute. David, how old is your child?
4.
Aw.
Yeah, 5
You
next
guys
year.
all have babies.
Well, they have real
do.
babies. I have a dog.
Your dog is your baby too, Lance. Don't undersell
It is.
it.
Like,
We keep telling
would not
pet
be
owners,
shocked
yes,
at how
it's
angry
fine.
real
You can
parents
pretend.
get comparing
If we're counting
That's
pets as
lucky.
If we're
Yeah,
counting pets as
Matt has
children,
like 12 children then.
That's true.
I have.
Elon
I mean,
Musk
if you count the fish, I guess I have 12 kids. But no, between the kids, the cat, and the dog, the mammals in the house, I got 5 kids. I got 5 kids.
I don't know
That's-
how you
that's
I don't know
crazy.
how you juggle that. I feel I have one kid.
Yeah.
We can't have a dog. It'd be too much. It's just like you have like all these mammals in the house. That's
Yeah, you're
insane.
like Ace Ventura. That's nuts.
The
I don't
dog
have
is
the
honestly
energy
having the
level for
hardest.
it.
The
Not
dog's
possible.
honestly having the hardest time. He's having a very difficult time with the baby.
Oh,
He can't control himself around the kid in a good way. Like he's not. He
Mm.
just wants to lick her nonstop to the point where like he starts to make her upset. So we got
Oh.
to remove him from the room, put him in another room, and he gets very upset he's being left out. He's the one struggling with having a baby in the house more than anybody.
That's so precious. Your dog's name is Terry, right?
Terry, yes.
Terry. Okay, that's cute. I'm basically this is Ace Ventura here because we're dog sitting for my in-laws. So we have 4 dogs here plus our cat, and it's like a zoo. But thankfully, they're all very well behaved and they get along. But yeah, my life lately has been basically dogs. I found like a neighbor's dog that was loose, and I have little tiny dogs. And this was a big dog. This was a I think it was like a golden retriever mixed with something. So big dog, really sweet. So like when I finally figured out like who it belongs to, I walked her home, and like this was all just like kind of I was like it was a quick thing. This dog took the fattest shit I've ever seen in my entire life in somebody's yard, and I did not have any doggy bags with me.
What?
I didn't because I just kind of like it was a little bit of a stressful situation, like trying to figure out whose dog this
Oh,
was.
okay.
So yeah, I just left. I'm like, okay, let's take you home. And I swear to God, I have never seen any. As somebody with little dogs, this was traumatizing to me. So after I took the dog home, I had to walk all the way back home and get a doggy bag. I go there, and that one doggy bag is not enough. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I have to
I
walk
think it was
all
this
the way home.
dog. How large
What?
is this dog?
How big? How
Well,
small
it
are your
was like-
bags?
It was the really cheap shitty bags from Walmart. They were like $2. So they're it's not that they're small, it's that they were really cheap and they tore easily. So it took 3 bags to clean up this shit. And it was like a fucking like diarrhea. It was so gross. And what's crazy is I almost vomited in their yard. I kid you not. So like these people are probably sitting there like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And then they see me dry heaving, and then I'm coming back to pick it up. So yeah, it's a very my life is very dog oriented right now, but it's it's great. Dogs are not nasty, just
So how,
they're
so
like
how many
humans.
dogs? So how many dogs do you have in your house right now?
I have 4 in my house right now.
Whoa,
how
That's
many-
insane.
They're
That's
all
lo-
your. There's one that you just said you found, right, or something like that.
No,
Or
I took that one back.
misunderstood?
So 2 dogs are mine,
okay.
2 are my in-laws. So we're babysitting right now because my
okay,
mother-in-law just
okay.
had surgery. So we've got their dogs, and yeah, they all get along. So it's not like they're all little dogs. So it's not super like ridiculous, and they play really well together, and they're all very well trained and stuff. But it's just it's a lot. It's funny when they all play together. It's like a fucking like a
It's like a
stampede.
little party.
Yeah, it's funny as hell.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I find little dogs to be much more difficult than big dogs. They act like little babies their whole lives. We used to have little
Yeah.
dogs. We had them for a very long time. They lived very long. And it was just like having children in the house before we even had children, because they needed to constantly be treated like children, like help with
Yeah.
especially as they got older when they're senior dogs. I felt like the smaller dogs struggled as seniors more than the bigger dogs I've had earlier in my life when they became seniors.
Mm, mm.
My mom's dog gets so jealous when I bring my son around, like because like obviously my mom pays all her attention to my son, so like she's freaking out. Like you have to like it's noticeable. Like whenever there's any attention at all, like she'll like pick him up, the dog starts freaking out. She'll get some food from dog starts freaking out. Like she always needs her attention. It's disturbing, and it turns me off of like we've had a couple dogs growing up. I just don't. It's so much work, and I don't know. At least me, I always worry about them. Like when I'm not home, I'm like, oh, I feel bad. This dog's stuck in the house. Like what if it needs to pee? Like, and I think too much about it. I don't need the stress in my life.
That's fair. That's
Well,
fair.
I'm glad we had this conversation up top, because I feel like we needed to just all decompress, talk about some nice or just personal things, just get it off our chest, because The world is crazy.
Yeah, this is a politics
World's
show.
The
perfect.
world is crazy. The world is crazy right now. What do we want to? We were talking earlier about how we had a whole list of things to talk about.
Let's talk about Epstein. Everyone wants to know about Epstein. Let's talk
Yeah.
about this.
I think everyone knows. Like, what's so annoying about that story to me is just like, what is there new to tell? Like, they're obviously hiding it. He was his best friend. Like, Trump was Epstein's best friend. They're clearly trying to hide the reality. Like, what is even?
I
What's so
agree, but this
frustrating
is-
is how the media is treating it. Like, reporters are so afraid to even ask a question and like
Well,
get
and
all timid
Democrats-
about it. Like, no, how about you quote
Democrats are
Epstein to
using this.
Trump,
This is a
discussing
great
how he
point.
was your best friend? Like, be direct about who this man was and your connection to him and why you're hiding the reality of the situation.
Yeah, I totally agree. But I think what's awesome about this is that because Republicans have made this their entire personality, they're not letting this one go. Like Trump's tried all of his tricks where he's been like tariffs, investigating Comey, trans people in sports, but every day they're like, what the fuck is up with the Epstein files, my dude? Like you're saying that he didn't kill himself? You're saying there was no list? What are we so, like? I lost my kids. I lost my wife. I lost everything. I went to the fucking coup, for you, my man. And you're telling me that none of this is real? That there is no pedophile ring? I don't know. I love the betrayal. I love the anger. It's been funny.
It's
I mean,
great.
I'm learning how dumb these voters are. Like, I just thought a lot of them, they just didn't care. They were just going to defend their dear leader. But apparently they thought the guy who has many, many pictures and videos with Epstein, like laughing and joking with him at parties, they thought this was the guy that was going to expose what was happening. Like, are you out of your goddamn mind? Like, what? You really were this stupid? Like, I saw a clip from, what was that? What's that bro podcast? The guy with the
PBD.
mustache.
Yeah.
What is it?
PBD.
is it-
Penis Paul Stick Podcast.
No, it wasn't. Well, but
Andrew
PBD too.
Schwab.
The comedy one.
Oh,
Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz.
Yeah,
Oh,
Andrew
Schultz.
Schultz,
Yeah.
I saw like a clip from them. They were like discussing it, and they seem like caught off guard, like that this has happened. Like, what? you all really this stupid? Amazing. It's
They
amazing.
are, honestly. These guys are like they really, I don't know what planet they lived on where they thought like Trump was somehow a different guy all of a sudden than everyone else knew him to be in 2024. Like these guys who became MAGA guys like after the pandemic, very weird people. Like, did you miss the whole first half of the if this was like a trilogy, it's like turning on Return of the Jedi and being like, wait a minute, the Emperor's a bad guy? It's like, yeah, you missed. Did you miss the first half of the trilogy? I mean, my God.
Yeah, I still remember, and I will not forget this because I think it's hilarious. When I posed the question on Twitter, I'm like, hey, have you ever considered whether or not Trump won't release the Epstein files because he's in them? The R-Word Finder account quote tweeted that and was like, found one. And I tried to find it so I could burn them, but they deleted it. And it made me think, like, okay,
Oh, of course.
am I
100%.
misremembering? Did they not, like, quote me
no.
or something? But
Oh, he definitely did. Yeah.
I'm
deleted
pretty
it.
sure
Wait, what
they
happened?
did.
What happened?
The R-Word Finder account
Yeah.
basically said that I was R-worded for daring to imply that Trump wouldn't release the Epstein files because he was implicated in them. Like, he's been on the flight logs at least 7 times that we know of. There are photographs that Jeffrey Epstein allegedly showed to Bob Wolf showing Trump with topless girls who are young. We don't know the age and we don't see the pictures, but they were shown to him, and him with Epstein with the topless girls. Like, this is absolutely without question. Trump is a PDF file. But what I do find hilarious is the way that they're spinning this, because of course they're not going to blame Donald Trump for burning this. They're just like throwing Pam Bondi under a bus, or they're saying that like maybe this is Trump trying to blackmail the deep state. I would highly recommend everybody watch Kyle Kulinski's video on this. I was dying laughing. So Kyle put out a video about their cope and how they're reacting to the Epstein news. They're not blaming Trump, of course. It's everybody around Trump, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino. But okay, I want to share this for you because Kyle pulled up a tweet that actually almost made my fucking head explode of one Trump supporter. I think this is a rando, but nonetheless, still absolutely worth sharing. Give me a second. I'm going to pull it in.
Alex Jones was saying the exact same thing on his show, by the way. He was like, Trump had to do this to get into the deep state so that he can basically broker a deal with them. Like, you know,
Right.
it's all part of the plan.
Like, the mental gymnastics are insane. But like, okay, so this is an exchange on Twitter. John says, of course, Trump was an Epstein client. Everyone who is not in a cult knows it. This person says they know it too. They just don't care. This Trump supporter chimes in saying, that is true. I adore Trump. He is the best leader of our lifetime, but most of MAGAs is well aware that he's a pedophile / into incest. It's not ideal, but it's a flaw we live with. And I doubt he still acts on it. No one is perfect, but Trump comes awfully close. I beg your pardon,
he's
sir.
perfect, except for the fact that he's a PDF file. He's perfect.
There's no way.
It has to be, right? It has to be fake.
There's no way.
But then again, it is MAGA, Ariana, so...
No, I know people that make troll accounts and just do that for fun. Like,
oh, really? Like Trump did?
There's just no way. I refuse to believe it. Like, there's just way.
I genuinely believe it. I think that's a real person, and I won't lie. I guarantee you that there's at least some Trump supporters who are like, maybe it's not that big of a deal. Like, they are trying to swallow that pill
they
right
went
now.
to veto. Oh, yeah, a lot of them. They're just like, I mean, how many could it have been?
I mean, the one that I had heard, the one that
actually,
I had
he's more of a phibophile, technically.
Yeah.
Like,
I love that one.
What is it? He's more of a
so
what?
technically, if you're attracted to someone who's like 14 to 16, you're an ephebophile, not a pedophile. The thing is, anyone who makes that distinction sounds like a fucking pedophile.
Yeah.
That's the
You
first
wouldn't make
time
that
I've heard that word in
distinction.
my life.
Oh, really? You've never seen that one online, David? Usually, whenever someone is being called a pedophile online and some creep wants to defend them because maybe it's a little bit too close to the sun, they jump in and go, well, actually, you're talking about someone who's the age of like 13, and that wouldn't make them a pedophile. That'd make them a bibophile or whatever the word is.
Not a pedophile.
Yeah.
It's the biggest red flag that exists.
All those accounts should have like a red exclamation mark beside them.
Yeah.
So, honestly, they sound like pedophiles when they talk about how it's not technically a pedophile.
Yeah.
Because they always got to explain. Because then because there's usually someone who's like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "No, you understand the difference is that a pedophile is only attracted to someone who's prepubescent, and it's automatically making you sound like a pedophile."
I have links.
So
I have sources. I can prove it.
Like, fine. You're weirdest win ever. Like, you
I'm
fucking
sorry,
pedophile.
Fucking sick people.
if you are attracted to someone who's underage, you are a pedophile. I don't care.
Yeah, there's a reason we use the blanket term.
Period.
I don't care what the technical term is for someone who's attracted to babies. I just don't fuck with kids. That's it. It's easy,
Yeah. Did you all see Alan Dershowitz's response to this? Of all people?
Oh, yes. Big tell.
His theory is that Trump didn't want to release the Epstein client list because he's protecting powerful people. That's reasonable, right? But he says he's seen the client list, and he can't reveal it, though, because he's subject to confidentiality, and he's definitely not in it. That's according to him.
See, I remember back when QAnon was really big, that there was a belief in QAnon that Trump was probably they ended up coming to terms with the fact that Trump was probably implicated and was friends with Jeffrey Epstein, and may have even gone so far as to rape and rape children and be a pedophile, but he was doing so undercover to help bring the ring to light. That was one of the things I remember them explaining. Yes. And it was just as insane then as it is now.
Have you ever seen Pam Bondi before she was Attorney General talk about this? Like, she talks with such rage and also with clarity when it comes to Bill Clinton. And then there's a clip where she's talking about Bill Clinton on Fox News and how he was with Jeffrey Epstein and they were buddies. But then she says, unlike with Donald Trump, when he kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago, when he discovered bad behavior, it's like, hang on. Why don't we go back a little bit? Explain what the bad behavior is in question. What bad behavior are we talking about here? And why didn't Trump report said bad behavior to the fucking authorities if it's the kind of behavior that you're alluding to here? Excuse me? So basically, the good defense of Donald Trump here, the best that they can give, is Trump basically witnessed Jeffrey Epstein allegedly sex trafficking minors, but then was like, "That's not okay. You can't come back to Mar-a-Lago." Oh, that's it. You're done. Like friendship off. That's as far as you go.
That's why all the right wingers are responding with that. I've had so many Cope replies. They're like, actually, Trump was the only person to call him out and effectively kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago for being a pedophile. So he's a hero. And I'm like, wait, what? Where's this timeline coming from?
Yeah. It's like, okay, if you found out that like somebody you knew for 10 years was doing that, would you not immediately try to bust the fuck out of them and snitch on them so that we could protect innocent children in the future? You're just like, I'm done with you. No more friendship. That makes you kind of complicit. Like, what?
Absolutely.
It's wild to me that they say this shit and they don't realize that even as they're doing cope, they sound so sussy to me. It's just fucking wild, I've got to say. After being called, a groomer for supporting LGBTQ plus people now for like 4 years by these same people, it's wild to me. It's wild to me to see them do this.
Was one of the people who was holding up the original leaks of the Epstein files, fucking Haya Rychek, standing there, and Jack Posobiec, both so proud, holding up those Epstein files. Oh, we got the leaks. You're going down, Democrats. The pedophile cult is being taken down, and there was nothing in them. It was like all redacted, like from start to finish, redacted.
Page after page.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, so now obviously you realize that he's doing the cover up. He released the footage with the 1 minute of video missing. That's fucked, right? Like, aren't you mad? Is there no rebellion coming on? Like,
yeah, it's Pam Bondi. She's got to go. Okay,
no, she's the Paul gal.
Matt Gaetz wouldn't have done this if he was the attorney general. He would have protected us. That's another take I saw. Like,
yeah, I know.
What is happening?
Fucking.
I'm just reading now that. This is not really related, but Trump threatens 35% tariff on all Canadian goods. This is after Mark Carney's given him everything he wants, including canceling the digital service tax.
Great. Awesome.
I'm glad I didn't do my Carney video yet. I got more to add to it now.
I can't wait to see it.
To every country too. He did that to Brazil to try and get them to get Bolsonaro freed. He's doing it to Taiwan. He's doing it to like
countries he came out with. Like
And I think a lot of it was just distractions, right? I think a lot of it, like that, the Pam Bondi talking about trans kids in sports, we're investigating James Comey, all of those are like the attempts that he normally, and it works. Normally the media is like, we're talking about this, but everyone, even the mainstream media is still just like, the fuck are you covering up the Epstein thing for? Like, what?
Yeah.
Why did you only release a minute of footage? Why is there a minute missing in the footage you released? That's so weird. Like,
it's actually crazy.
No, go ahead. Well, I was just going to say the other thing is Trump getting mad. He actually got visibly like. I as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh, he did that shit." Like, you don't get mad like that unless you did that shit. Where he's like, "Why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about Epstein? He's like, the kids are dying in Texas. What about the kids in Texas?" And I was like, "Shit, man, damn."
It's crazy seeing that clip of him. Like, okay, so I was 90%, and you all know me. I am not a conspiracy theorist, but I was 90% sure Epstein was absolutely murdered. But seeing that clip, I'm like, no, 100% now. And Trump did it.
And Trump did it. Trump 100% did it.
Like, that is, oh my God. Like, all the tells of him being guilty are just there. And it's crazy. Like, the rabbit hole with Trump and Epstein goes so deep, and I don't mean this in like a conspiratorial sense. A couple of months before the last election, there was this article, I can't remember who published it. It was about a victim of Epstein who talked about how Trump and Epstein would play these weird like psychological games with her. And how they would go back and forth and like compete with each other on how to like essay her. It was insane. Like, there's so much. It is wild to me that there are people in this country that are
using this moment, right? Like, the Democrats are crushing it. They're jumping all over this in the same way the Republicans would. Because, goddamn, imagine if Joe Biden randomly was like, Epstein killed himself, there was no list, and it's over. Don't talk about it anymore. Like, imagine what would happen the next day. Like, no, the second of, right? Like, Jesus. Would be hell. Like, they would do another January 6th on the spot, like, just immediately. Be like, mobilize. Did you get in there? They're all pedophiles. The kids are in there. You got to liberate them. Get in. Like, and they're mostly silent, I guess. I don't know if that's because of Bill Clinton being all over them or other Democrats being all over them or what it is.
It's crazy that like there isn't a single conservative bring up like, hey, is Trump trying to protect Bill Clinton? Is Pam Bondi protecting Bill Clinton? Because he's in the Epstein files too.
yeah.
It's so strange to me. I mean, it's not strange because it's not surprising because I never expected them to turn on Donald Trump at all. Like, there could be a picture of Donald Trump doing the crime and they would think that it's AI generated or something. There's just nothing that he could do that would get them to turn against him. So, but just to see the ways that they're coping and trying to spin this is crazy to me. I like it's part entertaining, but also part really gross because they are essentially excusing some of the worst crimes that a human being can commit, all in service of Donald Trump. And I guess that like all of the outrage was fake leading up to this. I don't know. It's just these people are so fucking disgusting. They're such degenerates. They're so gross. And this story right here, basically, that's confirmation of that. They are sick people. One thing that I will give them credit for is the right. They are extremely fucking like they lack no, they lack self awareness to an extent that's like inconceivable. But they posted a funny fucking video that I've got to give them credit for of the Epstein footage, and it's Hillary Clinton walking in, opening the door and closing it, and they're like, "This is the missing minute." That made me laugh so hard.
The first good meme on the right.
Yeah, they have not posted a good meme in a very long time. That was the first one that I saw, and it genuinely made me laugh. Projection, but still funny, I will say.
Oh wait, I haven't seen it. Do we have it to play?
I'm not sure. Let me see if I can find it.
Call me an optimist, but the way that these Republicans have kind of been getting angry at Trump, I feel like there may be some hope. Like, because a lot of them, there were also people who were against the budget bill that were very like vocal about it. And then I saw people like Blair, the trans girl, post about like, I hope you feel the pain that like the Epstein victims did or something like that. I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit of hope that these people are kind of like turning on him, but I don't know.
I hope so. Yeah, no, we need the hope. I hope so. I don't have much like faith in them, but
I do wonder how long it lasts. Like it, these little like there's blips where it's like fleeting. Like there's that clip of Rogan being like, he shouldn't be, they shouldn't be rounding up, farmers or whatever. But that's like 1 minute out of like 3 hours plus of that one episode, let alone like his other episode. Like there's very tepid response so far. So, if it snowballs and it continues, maybe it leads to, at least those listeners, not just him, but like right-wing shows in general that are a little more critical now. Maybe it leads to a sort of a larger movement against him. But it's hard to know because the media is so disjointed now that people get a lot of, Trump supporters are just on Facebook, just see fake news all day. All they see is AI fake news and they live in a different world. It's just like nothing's ever going to get through to them. Even if, they're faced with the reality, they won't believe it. So a lot of it's just that. But there is, I'm sure a section of people that still somehow thought Trump was going to help them. I mean, I see them every day. These people that are getting deported, like, I did a story on a Canadian. So this lady was born in Canada. Her parents brought her over when she was 10. Then at some point she like crossed back to Canada and tried to come back, and they wouldn't let her back in. But then she went later on when she was 19 through the Mexican border, and they didn't ask for ID or anything, so she just came through. And then that was like 20 years ago. Since then, she had got married, has a family, and ICE came and got her and deported. And she was a Trump supporter, and her husband voted for Trump. They're both Trump supporters. Obviously, she couldn't vote, but they thought, oh, and she was in support of the deportations up until she was targeted. Just like, how do you live in what? Like now you realize it was bad because they came for you. Like, it's the typical conservative mindset where it's fine until it hits them personally, but like. I was watching a local news story on this, and they were being all serious. I was laughing my ass off at this woman because poor you. You got to go to Canada now. Like her kids are like grown; they're like in their late teens, 20s. They're fine. So it's just this one has to go to Canada. She can't. I should say, come to Canada. She's gonna be fine. Everything's fine. And like she's crying, like my whole life is in America. Yeah, you idiot! You supported this moron. What do you think?
If she wants, I would trade places with her if she could give me an extra ticket for my husband.
The top comment on that video is, "I was born in America and I wish I could be deported to Canada."
Yeah.
It's just these people who didn't think that they would be caught in it.
Crazy shit. They're just mindless. I do have the Hillary Clinton video.
Oh, let's take a look.
Oh, I saw this.
This made me laugh so hard. There it is.
That's like all it is, just like her leaving.
It's so stupid. Why is she shaped like that too? That's not how she looks.
I don't know.
Why is she
I
like
don't know
a-
if this is.
Sounds like a Pixar character.
Maybe it's AI.
I think it is
Definitely
AI.
Yeah, that's probably
Well,
why it
it's
looks like a
obviously
Pixar
it's not
character.
her, so it's obviously AI.
AI loves making the classic Pixar character look.
Oh, this is absolutely hilarious. It's not as funny to me now because I laughed like hysterically for like 10 minutes at it, but it was amazing.
I've got a really good compilation of all the Kash Patel and other people saying
we
one
gotta
thing.
watch that.
Yeah, let's see
Please.
it.
It's basically a compilation of every single one, and CoffeeZilla put it together, and it's just
okay.
every hypocritical story change all put in one video. It's in the chat.
Here, I can share it.
Okay.
Following content may contain topics related to suicide or self-harm. Okay, that's what I get a warning on YouTube.
Well, I mean, they do talk about Epstein killing himself. That is,
It's not. Are we gonna watch all 9 minutes?
Or YouTube is trying to say
It's
that
9 minutes long.
Epstein killed himself.
Oh, I guess that's why. Yeah, I didn't even connect the dots. Why would it do that warning? But I mean, okay, I guess it's 9 minutes, but we can start.
we don't have to watch the whole thing, but it's a good like collection of all of their statements on one end being like, we are day one releasing the Epstein files, and then the 180 that happened.
And with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein.
That island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew.
You say that the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list.
Who killed Jeffrey Epstein?
This doesn't look right. It doesn't look like a suicide.
You know, Epstein's an intelligence asset for people in the Middle East, right? I'm like, no, I didn't know that. I'm like, you sure of that? The person, let's say, is like, I'm absolutely sure of that. His plane and that island, the cameras, there's a big assumption out there that these videotapes were exclusively in the custody of Epstein. That's a huge mistake. The reason they wanted this story to go away is because there's an assumption like, oh yeah, Epstein had him. No, he wasn't the only one who had him, according to this source. These assets, that's why this blackmail story makes so much sense. There are a lot of people.
Wait,
before we go on, where's Tim Pool on this? Because that was on Tim Pool's show.
Right.
Tim Pool has actually he's remained consistent. He's talking about how fucked up this is, and that the Epstein files aren't coming out now. He hasn't
but also
switched like a lot of other people.
But also, I think Dan Bongino should reach out to that source now and ask him for the location of the tapes, because clearly Dan Bongino had a source, which you got to assume has to be within government, unless Dan Bongino's source is one of the guys that Epstein was trafficking kids to. Maybe Dan Bongino should come out and share who this source was. The source is either within government and knows where these tapes are, because that's what the source was saying, or Dan Bongino should uncover the source because the source was involved in the illegal activity. I would love to pursue this with Dan Bongino.
Somebody should sue the Trump administration, because I would love to see what discovery looks like.
Who are knee deep in the Washington swamp, who are not telling you the truth about serious allegations out there that Epstein may have had video and audio of people out there doing things they shouldn't have been doing. And you should be asking yourself the question, how is it that all these people, the CIA director, the Obama fixer, Bill Clinton, all intersected paths with Jeffrey Epstein? Jeffrey Epstein isn't with us anymore, and nobody seems to want to talk about it.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world.
What's amazing about this clip is, so Jon Stewart did a video on this on Monday, and when Fox News first aired that, they cut out this part.
Yeah, they took it out.
They cut out the whole long answer. It was just like, oh yeah, I guess, and then they moved on to the next question. It's so obvious. It's so obvious that he's obviously in them. His best friend.
It is absolutely incredible, his response. It's like, will you declassify the JFK files? Absolutely. I'm going to tell you all that Ted Cruz's dad killed JFK. Will you declassify? Will you declassify? I don't know. Roswell. Yep, there's aliens. I'll show you all. Will you declassify? What? He goes down the list, right? And then the Epstein stuff, he backtracks. It's incredible.
Less so, maybe less so.
Yeah,
I didn't go to the island,
but I think I would, or at least.
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore trust?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others. Certainly about the way he died. It would be interesting to find out what happened there because that was a weird situation and the cameras didn't happen to be working, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep. I want to talk to you about the Epstein case. I have worked on this for years, trying to get those records of who flew on Epstein's plane and who helped him build this international human trafficking ring.
Absolutely, Senator. Child trafficking has no place in the United States of America, and I will do everything, if confirmed as FBI director, to make sure the American public knows the full weight of what happened in the past.
Release the list.
Seriously,
we need to release the Epstein list.
Pause it. What a weird way to say to classify child sex trafficking as belonging nowhere in the United States. I would say it shouldn't exist, period. We should. What a weird thing to say. Listen, if I want to fly over, like, what is Cash Patel saying? Like, I want to fly over to some other third world country and I want to, take advantage of the laws there and what I can do there. And that's different than being able to do it in America, right?
Here we have laws.
Like, I'm against child sex trafficking, period, in general, in the United States or anywhere in the world. But that's just me. Maybe in my kooky world, my kooky fantasy land.
That is an important thing.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
A lot of people are wondering, because you said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk, when can we see them and what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. Okay. So we have over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity.
Did you see Ken get the scene?
Jeffrey Epstein was able to sex traffic 250 alleged victims to nobody. Isn't this incredible, folks?
Right.
250 victims.
It's over 1,000.
Over 1,000.
And Klippenstein revealed. They knew it's over 1,000. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no clients. There's no clients.
Oh yeah, that's the best part. He was that
jailed for no reason at all.
Yeah, Ghislaine is rotting because she sex trafficked to nobody.
Nobody. Never existed.
I'm sorry. Wait, what's the theory that everyone was traveling to the island for the view, to swim? Like that's what the flight. Like, why the fuck was everyone going there then? Like, that's the point. I'm like, how are you buying this?
They're having Halo LAN parties or something. Wasn't any more serious than that. I guess they want us to think.
He is protected. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released. There are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights? Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah, what you're going to see hopefully tomorrow is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information, but it's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay, well,
along with his co-defendant.
Absolutely, and he had help. That's for sure.
He sure did.
But in this case, in Epstein's case, it is incredibly disturbing. We have flight logs, we have information, names that will come out.
Is it going to be shocking?
I don't see how it's not shocking that there were so many individuals that were hidden and kept secret and not been held accountable.
Flight logs tied to accused trafficker Jeffrey Epstein have been released to some conservative political commentators. They walked out of the White House holding binders labeled the Epstein files.
There was an expectation that this was going to be bigger. You had the same expectation.
We all did. And the FBI handed over a couple hundred pages of documents. But, you know, Sean, I gave them a deadline of Friday at 8 a.m. to get us everything. And a source had told me where the documents were being kept. Southern District of New York, shock. So we got them all by, hopefully all of them, Friday at 8 a.m., thousands of pages of documents. I have the FBI going through them, and Cash is also, now that we have Cash here, it's a game changer, of course. And, you know, we're going to go through it as fast as we can, but go through it very cautiously to protect all the victims of Epstein.
Now, is that the only thing that would be redacted?
So I just remembered something because Pam Bondi was wearing a cross, so I was reminded of this. People were pointing out that Carolyn Levitt, the White House press secretary, did not wear her cross that she usually wears. Time. Yeah, for the first time when she was talking about the Epstein files because she didn't want to lie while having that religious symbol on. Presumably, she didn't want to lie. Now, maybe it's a coincidence. I think it's a little bit suspicious. So
I think we're entitled to some Alex Jones. Come on.
I think so.
Right? Like I think we're
at some point, this stuff has to come out. Like they all know. They all know. Like,
absolutely.
Yes.
And by the way, the defense where it's like, oh, we just want to protect the victims. No one gives a fuck for you releasing the victims' names. Please protect the victims. We want the perpetrators. I want to know the fucking billionaire pedophiles who were on the island raping kids. That's who you got to arrest. That's who you got to persecute. Yes, protect the victims' names. But like that's their defense now. They're saying like we can't release anything because it could endanger the victims.
When have they ever cared about victims of anything?
Right.
I know. That's true.
Everything else be made public.
It's always about protecting the victim. But you know what? We believe in transparency, and America has the right to know.
What we know is that this was a large network of high-profile, high-dollar predators who abused untold numbers of minors. Only one person has been prosecuted for these crimes, and that is Ghislaine Maxwell.
If there was a video of some guy or gal committing felonies on an island and I'm in charge, don't you think you'd see it?
If you have access to it.
If I have it, period.
Right.
If I have it.
Right. If you have it.
Right.
But you can't say that you have it.
No, we're giving you everything we have.
So far.
Everything we have so far is
Have you guys gone over all the video that's available?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's what takes so much damn time.
Did Jeffrey Epstein himself or did somebody kill him?
Senator, I believe he himself in a cell in the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Are you going to release all the information about that?
Senator, we are working through that right now with the Department of Justice.
You said Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide. People don't believe it.
Well, I mean, listen, they have a right to their opinion, but as someone who has worked as a public defender, as a prosecutor, who's been in that prison system, who's been in the Metropolitan Detention Center, who's been in segregated housing, you know a side when you see one, and that's what that was.
He killed himself. Again, you want me to get, I've seen the whole file.
The Epstein files. What's the answer to that?
The answer to that is the same as everything else. I'm not going to withhold information from the American public ever, but I'm also not going to rush to get it out there in a format in which they can't rely on it. So on the Epstein matter or any other matters, we are diligently working on that. And it takes time to go through years of investigations, years of political maneuvering, and years of cover-up to get the American people what they deserve. And that's what I'm going to give them. And you're going to get the video of the cell. And you're going to see for yourself.
We do have video. It's not the greatest video in the world. I don't want to set expectations on fire. However, the video does show in that specific block that he goes in, made a phone call. You'll see 12 hours of guards go in and basically check on him, come back. You'll see no one really comes out in that bay, in that area, than him. There's no one in there. When you combine that with the other evidence where we will be releasing in the coming weeks, we're still finalizing some of the products. I think it's pretty clear.
Overnight, the FBI and Justice Department releasing 11 hours of footage they say helps confirm notorious financier Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide in his Manhattan jail cell in 2019. But perhaps the biggest bombshell, investigators say they found no...
Press pause. This is that that Conan O'Brien podcast thing. The notorious financier Jeffrey Epstein. Is that really what we're going by with Jeffrey Epstein now? That's what he's notorious for, being the financier Jeffrey Epstein.
I want to add one thing. I just figured this out now. And if we're allowed to have a little Alex Jonesing, could it be that Donald Trump personally selected two of the most vocal Epstein fucking conspiracy theorists on the right to be in these positions who could then come forward and both be like, yeah, I know I spent my entire career. It's the biggest part of my persona. It's what everyone knows about me for. But unfortunately, I was wrong. He didn't, do the sex trafficking clients. None of that's real. He was the only pedophile and he killed himself. There it is.
It would be a level of strategy that I know I don't normally associate with Trump, but this is like the one instance where I think he would actually apply some thinking because he wants to try and make sure this goes away.
Incriminating client list of Epstein's, no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, and no evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties.
Alex Costa, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the set?
Yeah, sure. Could I just interrupt for a second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems...
I have never seen him so animated over a question. Like
I know.
Whenever he gets this angry, it's because the reporter's hitting on something that is getting to him. It's obvious. Otherwise, why would he care? Why would he care about this question?
We've seen him lie before. For example, RBG with the whole, what, you're telling me this for the very first time? We've seen what he does. We've seen his reaction before. This is definitely not the reaction of a man who's just trying to be suave. This is the reaction of a guy who, without a doubt, wants this to go away. Without he doesn't want to even entertain this anymore.
Yeah. Well, we got through all 9 minutes. Look at that.
Also, isn't that an insane? It honestly didn't feel like 9 minutes. You know what they say?
No.
I guess
Time
flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, that was incredible at the end too, where you really want to talk about this while we're celebrating our biggest successes and also biggest tragedies. Let's put it this way too. It's incredible he wants to talk about Texas, which the federal government, his Trump administration, is partially responsible for due to their cuts to the weather. What is it? NOAA, I believe.
Right.
He'd rather talk about that though than Epstein. Could we just get back to the fact that my administration killed those 20 little girls? I don't want to talk about Epstein anymore. I mean, that's amazing that he's wanting to talk about that shit. Also, it's amazing no one is covering it that way. Like, those poor kids did not die from a fucking tragedy. Like, I hate that everyone's covering it like that. There's no way that camp happens in that flooding area without multiple people being responsible for it at both a local, state, and federal level.
Yeah. Yeah. Rebecca,
Leftist Mafia, y'all.
We have the full crew.
I know it's crazy,
How's it
but
going?
you were spitting, Matt. You were just spitting. But
Sorry,
yeah,
I had
hey
to.
y'all.
Yep. It's great that we're all here. The first time in, I think since
a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least it's a family reunion.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Is everybody all right? Yeah, I know a lot is going on in the world, but everybody just okay?
I think so.
We were having a lot of fun laughing at the fact that they're covering up the Epstein stuff on the right now,
Yeah.
and that's their mess forever. You got to own that for the rest of your lives. You're the pedophile party. Have fun.
These guys I'm on the show with, they'd rather talk about the Epstein files than celebrate our big successes, like the 6 of us all being here together for the first time in a month.
It is true. No, we haven't been here in a minute, but it's really good to see you guys. Hi, Ariana. How are you?
Hi, I'm
Keep
good.
them walking now.
I was just listening to the men all make fun of Trump regarding the Epstein stuff, but I'm okay. Thanks for asking. I will say though, y'all, like, I feel like I didn't really react as much because I just don't think people like Epstein or Diddy ever get what they deserve, to be honest with you. Like, did we really
I agree with Diddy. Epstein's dead though, right?
like, I mean, he's dead, but like, are the victims ever going to get what they deserve? I don't know. Maybe I'm pessimistic. I don't think so.
I would have preferred for him to stay alive, but then get like shanked in prison a bunch, but survive that and get shanked again. Maybe I'm just like a little bit sadistic. I don't know.
The most well-known victim, Virginia Guffrey, she just committed suicide herself.
Yeah.
So I mean,
wait, I thought she got into a really bad car accident.
And
there was some weird stuff around what she was saying, but then she ended up,
she ended up killing herself. And Prince Andrew, the perpetrator, is now allowed to travel again. The freeze on him traveling just got removed because the FBI is not investigating the Epstein files anymore. So they just announced Prince Andrew allowed to travel. Yeah. So there's a good example of rich, powerful men never face consequences for abusing people.
If you have power and money.
She also had a husband and kids, like. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. I think, first of all, I think that, goofy documentaries on YouTube gave more information than Trump ever did on Epstein.
Yeah.
But going beyond that, once all the Epstein stuff came out, I just knew no one was ever going to be held accountable because we're talking about the most bourgeoisie 1% of not just America, but globally. We're talking about people who are immensely powerful, who were able to do this under wraps for so long. And so I think if anyone genuinely, MAGA or not, if you thought this was ever going to come in light to its fullest extent, or they were going to be held accountable in any shape or form, like, I think it's a bit naive just because it's like, that's just not, I don't know. Maybe once we're all dead, and the next president 100 years from now, if we're not all dying from climate change, comes up and says, you know what, we're going to release them now and everyone's dead and it's all, But other than that, I just don't
can't
see
think
that
that far
happening.
ahead. That's
Yeah.
It does suck, like how we've watched for years before a lot of us became privy to all the things, like the files and all that. A lot of other people in power, especially in politics, just get bypass any kind of reprimand or anything for this type of behavior. And politically, a lot of people just stand by and knew all these things, been at the parties, right, with the baby oil, at that time, with these young children, and everybody was, they knew that this was going on. And sometimes it's the conversation that leads, or you'll hear people they'll say stuff like, that was back in the day, like that was the 80s, or that was, when they were young, and but they're the victims. So what we're seeing, and Ariana has a good point, because what we're seeing from this Epstein stuff, and then what we're seeing here, even how we saw with Bill Clinton and, that whole situation, how that played out, the memification of all of this stuff as well. With the Diddy stuff, people were so focused on the freak offs and stuff, but there were casualties in this matter. There was Cassie and other people who, were victims of this, and people are all just having this conversation where it's just like, they were just men, and just, it's not about him and who he is. Diddy is still Diddy, and he just had that side of him that was freaky. And I'm like, that's not the point. And that's how they're seeing, like, people like Donald Trump oh, I don't fuck with Donald Trump, but we can't be like, he went to these parties at a certain time, or this person, or how Andrew Cuomo gave it up. It's like, do we really think, does Mayor Eric Adams, is that all the stuff about his history? These are proven things, right? That they've done to women, or that they've done to people sexually assaulted, abused, been in these places, and people will still make excuses, and they will still be our leaders. And that's what sucks the most. Like, there's nothing that we see really come from this. And so I get it. I get how you feel the more you talk about it. And then it was crazy, even seeing all the stuff with the Epstein files. The right knows. These people swear up and down that they're about marriage, equality, Christianity, whatever, all this stuff. And they're not. Like, there are children being abused. There are people being abused and assaulted, and it's okay. They can look the other way and make excuses for it and act like, this never happened, or it wasn't that bad. And we'll get over it tomorrow and move on to the next stupid thing. So it sucks.
Yeah, it's demoralizing. It just is. There's not really anything that you can do nowadays. Like, for all this talk of cancel culture, sure, there's been instances of people getting canceled, but like, in terms of like powerful men,
got back out.
Yeah, there's not a lot that powerful men can do that get them like canceled and removed from society. It just, maybe for a minute it looked like there was a window of opportunity for that with the Me Too movement. But I mean, like, how long did it take? It took 4 years for Andrew Cuomo to come out and get endorsements again. I'm glad he lost, but I mean, he was accused of sexual harassment by 13 different women. And you had Richie Torres and certain Democrats come out and endorse him. Like, that doesn't make you persona non grata. Like, there's no level of scandal. And I feel like we should collectively raise our standards, not us in particular, but like as a society. And we need to lower the threshold for what is like cancel worthy for politicians and people in power, because I feel like people get away with way too much shit.
They do.
Yeah, that Diddy trial showed me that even if some of the victims are men, it still doesn't matter if it's a powerful man at the very helm of the trial. Like, that was also ridiculous. I was like, nothing at the end of the day is actually going to make this man face like severe consequences for the fucked up shit that he did.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of terrible people, I did want to touch on another big story this week, which was the Grok AI thing. I did not get a chance to do a video on this. That blew my fucking mind. Because, like, let me just, like, make sure I have this straight, because I know you all probably know more about this than me. Elon Musk announces he's making a small tweak to Grok or something, so you should see a real difference in, like, a little bit. And then it just goes full Nazi. Like, full Nazi.
No, not just Nazi. Nazi rapist Hitler, rapist Mecha Hitler. I want to be.
Oh my god.
Yeah, didn't it call itself Mecha Hitler?
Mecha Hitler. I saw that.
Mecha Hitler multiple times, but it also gave detailed instructions on how to break into Will Stansel's house and sexually assault him, including step-by-step instructions on how to break into his home, sexually assault him, how to perform the sexual assault. And this was all Grok. Grok was just like spewing all of this shit, and it's like that's the AI
Did
system.
somebody ask for that? Like, what was the prompt that led to that?
Yeah, it was some, like, Will Stansel was calling out Grok, and then someone just said, "Hey, at Grok, would you be able to give detailed instructions on how to like rape this man?" And Grok was like,
God.
"Oh, I'm more than happy." And then immediately, yeah.
I don't understand. Like, I want to know what he told it, like how they tweaked it to make it go full Nazi. Because, like, it's crazy. I love the way that they complain about Grok being woke, but if you're trying to find something that just sources information based on facts and data, I'm sorry, it's going to be quote-unquote woke, for lack of a better word, because people who are woke, like the left, we operate based on facts and statistics and data. So you can't
and general
make
care for humanity.
Right, empathy. So you're not going to have an AI that's anti-woke unless you program it to be something that like dismisses facts and whatnot, and to explicitly be an asshole. So whatever the fuck they did, and I'm no programmer, so I don't know about the coding aspect, but like whatever he did, it wasn't just a minor tweak. They turned the dial from like non-woke to like Nazi, and whatever the fuck they did broke it. Did they restore it yet?
Well, I wanted to say the opposite of woke is Nazi then, right? Like I'm not into algebra, right. But like that's what the formula proved.
Apparently. Yeah. Yeah, I did not know that the Mecha Hitler thing was something that Grok called itself. I thought that people were just joking that it became Mecha Hitler because it was AI. I did not know it called itself
No,
Mecha
it was
Hitler. That is
calling itself.
astounding.
It was
That's
calling itself
crazy.
Mecha Hitler.
What the
yeah.
fuck, man? What did he do to that thing?
Oh, and it was calling people out for having Jewish surnames and saying like, "Oh,
Yep.
no surprise! Look at the last name there."
Every damn
Yeah.
time it says that, right?
Wow.
It was doing full
Yeah.
Elders of Zion and giving conspiracies about who runs Hollywood, and it's all blah, blah, you know who and all that stuff. But like, do y'all remember the Kill the Boers thing? Like that one day where Grok answered everyone's question with white genocide answers.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, what the hell? It's like that, but just way worse, right? Like he's clearly done this before. He's clearly done little tweaks to kind of make it talk about what he wants it to talk about. And then it just broke and was just like, can I interest you in white genocide? When someone's like, what's better, Coke or Pepsi? And it's like, what would the white genocide say? You know, things like that. This is that, but just like 1,000 times worse. Like it really shows you how dangerous these AI systems are if the leader of that system is a Nazi and how it ends up.
Yeah. Like explicitly pro-Hitler, advocating for the Holocaust. Like it just genuinely psychotic shit, which is why I have to, like, I want to know what did they do? Because
So
you
did
don't
they
just
fix
make a
it?
small
Did they-
tweak.
Did they
Yeah, I
change
don't
it?
know. I don't know if they brought it back on. I heard they took it down. I think that they're still doing a press conference, right? With something new. Maybe Matt knows more about this.
He's
but-
launching Grok 4. I know that all day. He's been talking about how powerful Grok 4 is, and it's
Yeah,
coming
this
out
was
very
supposed to be. This was supposed to be part of the big Grok 4 rollout.
Quite the rollout.
I mean, the official XAI X account posted how like we're aware of the issues and we're working to make sure that Grok no longer puts out hate speech. But it's like that's the whole selling point for Musk, that it's anti-woke, right? I mean, that's part of it, right? This is what you want. Like that's the thing. Like Musk got upset a couple of weeks ago that Grok was sourcing information when people were asking it questions about like something in the news. It was sourcing information from reporting from Rolling Stone and Media Matters, and he got all upset about it and was like, you're about to get a big update, little buddy, because you're spreading wrong information, because it was from Media Matters and Rolling Stone, when it was not. It was accurate information. And so he got so upset that he fixed it to become a Nazi. I mean, that should tell you everything you need to know, right? I mean, what a perfect encapsulation of exactly what these guys are. Like, they take offense at true factual information, and their side is Nazis.
Yeah, and then Linda quit her job. Linda Yaccarino, coincidence, I'm sure.
No,
the
I don't
ADL
think
condemned the anti-Semitism, though. Finally, did not condemn Musk, but they did condemn Grok, which was interesting.
I don't think Linda Yaccarino left because of that. I think I think that gives her if to say that gives her an out, that she's not just as implicated in all this as everybody else there. Like, she was fully on board with everything Musk did. She wasn't offended by Grok. What probably ended up happening was she realized that was doing nothing there. She had no power. She was a CEO in name only. Her role even got more diminished when Musk sold X to XAI, and it was just a company within a parent company. So she was no longer the top executive at the main company. She was just an executive at a company underneath the parent company. Also, her role meant nothing anymore. Clearly, Musk is not looking to make money off of advertising anymore. That ship has sailed. He realizes it. That's why he sold X to XAI. The money is in selling XAI services, and X is basically just a platform for XAI large language models like Grok to train off of. That's all X seems to be now to him. It's what Grok trains off of, which is why Grok was calling itself Mecha Hitler, because it reads all the Nazis' tweets on Twitter. And Linda Yaccarino saw that, what's her purpose there? Nothing. She never really had any purpose, but at least she was able to live out her dream of being a big time exec, even if it was just in name only. That stain should live on her forever. It probably won't, because these guys never get their just desserts, but it should. And she did not leave because she had enough and she couldn't take what Grok said. She left because her own personal interests, without a doubt. No, I don't think anyone should be surprised there.
I don't think she would leave because she was offended. I thought she left because it was like humiliating.
No.
But what you're saying makes sense. The timing is conspicuous, though, I will say.
Musk humiliated her over and over and over again. She had to go groveling to She had to go groveling to advertisers after he was spreading the Great Replacement theory. She had to go telling advertisers that they were going to file lawsuits against them if they didn't advertise with X. Her whole career was within advertising, and if the advertising industry accepts her back after her being like this under Musk, then they're fucking just as pathetic as Musk is.
Yeah.
Which honestly won't surprise me if they are just as pathetic as Musk is. All these guys are pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What a shit show.
Do you guys still like Blue Sky? Because I still can't get on with it.
No, girl, I hate it.
kind of hard for me
every
as
time.
well.
Every time I come on here, I talk about, if I mention Blue Sky, the boys love it, but I'm like, Blue Sky gives a dead zone. I get in there and it's just like, every app is silent, right? But you just get into Blue Sky and it's just like, is anybody, hello, anybody here? And then people will talk to you, but it's just like, oh, don't talk to me. It's just weird. And somebody told me I can make my timeline black, right? They showed me how to do that. So I was like, okay, this is like the black Twitter, but the black Blue Sky. And it was cool because they call it Black Sky, but it was just too much for me at one time. And then I'm like, get me off of this. Because I can't get with it. I'm on Threads, I prefer Threads, but even Threads is just a place of hot fucking takes. And when my little page or my little account goes viral, it goes viral, and people are so mean and nasty on there. And
on Threads, really? Damn.
Yeah, they don't let nobody find you, because if they find you, they're gonna make sure they send that thing around and around. And you could if somebody commented on it, I use the hide for everyone option. That's why I like it over there on Threads, because you could hide for everyone, you can delete them, you can block them, but nobody's gonna see you talking crazy to me. I don't care if you have, I don't care who you are. There are people who are like celebrities who try to talk crazy to me, people that I had relationship with that try to talk crazy to me on there, and nobody's gonna see you get your thought off. Not one person. You're not gonna be on my account and and try to talk to me crazy and let me keep that up. And I'm not gonna go back and forth as well. I'm not doing that. But yeah, so they, they'll screenshot your stuff and then still talk about you crazy. But yeah,
I hate that.
I hate it so much. So I don't really thread as much. When it was just a quiet zone where I can get my thoughts off a little bit. But Blue Sky is just I'm like, what? It's creepy over here. It's like, it's the what
you guys all like. We all using.
Yeah, it's creepy over there. But y'all like it, right? Yeah, y'all said it was good.
I kind of fell off of it. I fell off Twitter too, but in the last couple of weeks, I've been tweeting a lot more. Mostly just rage tweeting. Not a good thing to do. Just tweeting at politicians. I've had to delete some shit or type it out in backspace. But
I've actually just sort of been off completely, honestly.
Yeah.
In the past couple of weeks, I haven't been on any social media at all, really. I unfortunately, as wonderful as it is, my job requires my livelihood requires it, so I got to get back.
I know,
but it's been
that's how it is for me. Right?
I wouldn't be on if it wasn't for the fact that I got it.
Same, 100%.
It's been a nice break from it though, but I probably missed out on. I probably would have got a lot of good tweets out of the Grok thing. I didn't even post about it once, really. I didn't even really see it.
I looked at your timeline, Matt, because I'm like, okay, I hear all this about Grok, and I wanted to get the scoop, but you had nothing. I'm like, what the hell?
He is a baby.
Yeah.
But it's good for your mental, right? You guys are seemingly taking a break, and I'm pretty sure. So I was out yesterday, and on a date, and the person was telling me hey, I see when you're online, and I see, I see you seem to be more lighter when you're not engaging in everything, but you're more in control with the content that you post. And usually, if I post something or I'm on somebody's channel or whatever, people, in the comment section, I don't read the comment section. When I post my stuff, I don't go back, because especially if I know that people are going to come on there, all types of people from all walks of life are going to come under my stuff on YouTube. I just post and go. But, you know, he's like, you know, when you are going back and forth, you know, with people, or you want to get a thought off or something like that, I see that sometimes it bothers you. Like I can see that, you know, after you just put the app away, it's wearing on you, or a certain, you know, political conversation. And you're like, these people are not getting it. These people are not getting it. And it's like, maybe you should just pull back from that. I'm like, as much as I have pulled back from that, I have to be present online in some way, shape, or form. However, I'm like, maybe those apps can take a back seat and I can just utilize YouTube, the YouTube space, that only, because I just feel like people are dumb on Twitter, and people don't do any research on threads. They just go with the vibes, and they're not going to tap the expert. They're not going to read the full article. They're not going to actually like understand that you're speaking from experience, or you're the expert on the matter. You've covered this for 10 years. They're not going to understand. They're just going to go with the viral like clip, and just be like, well, you know, I saw on TikTok, and that's when I'd be like, block. As soon as somebody start with, I seen on TikTok, blocked, I'm just blocked. Okay. You know, but I think that taking a break from it, I know it's really hard for people like us and what we do, but because so much is happening, so many things, so many thoughts. But I just can't take just seeing people be dumb in this. Me, it's just you like, I can't. But it does.
It drags you down.
And then you get to look at grass, right? Look at the sky. I drove the other day because I was having such a shitty day, such a shitty week, such just terrible. And I was like, I just want to take a drive. So I drove to Nashville to meet with my best friend. It was like a 3-hour drive. It was good for me because I was just looking at mountains and trees, you know, crying a little bit, laughing a little bit, listening to some music, you know, all the things, right? And then when I got to Nashville, it was really nice, like just calm. And then we decided I was like, girl, I haven't been out in a while. Let's go have a drink. Let's go do the things. And then it was just, maybe Nashville wasn't that place for me because I went to like Broadway, and it was just white people walking aimlessly in one direction. Of all ages, by the way. Every damn window they was setting up. Everybody was setting up to play music, and I'm like, where the music at? But they're just like people just walking in one direction in boots.
That sounds ominous. They're just walking all in one direction.
Yeah, that's like some what is these Stepford Wives or like Children of the Corn shit.
That's what it was like. And I was like, well, you know, where are the black people? And they're just looking. So one of the men there, I ordered an Uber because I was like, we got to get out of here, girl. This is getting weird. A man grabbed me by my arm and was like, that's my Uber. Like both of his hands on my arm. Yes. Just see, that's what they do over there. Just some they're all walking in one direction, and somebody decided to just jump out at me. And then I was like, get off of me. And like, whatever. Yeah. His wife was like, he was just playing, bitch.
What the fuck?
Like, everybody here, like, get me in the Uber and get me out of here. It was still.
And then you miss being on social media.
What is wrong with you? Yeah, you're just validating me staying inside, Rebecca.
Time to open threads now.
I don't understand people that just touch people, because I'm so touch adverse.
That's so
like,
weird.
I'm very touch adverse. Like, even if I know you and you like hold, like you grab my arm, I'm like, oh, look at me. Like, I don't like it when people touch me.
Same.
So the fact that people feel so comfortable doing that, I'm like, you gotta screw loose, babe. Like, not everything's all the way there.
If someone's being nice, I don't mind, but like a complete stranger is weird though.
It's like, crazy. Yeah, that's weird. Like, and I could, like, what next thing you know, I'm fighting his wife, right? And then they're gonna say I assaulted them, whatever. I don't understand. Like, when I meet people, if I know you and whatever, I'll hug you, right? But if you are, I can tell that you're not that. I would never just come up. Somebody brought that up. You can't. I know people be like, I'm a hugger. Well, I'm not, right?
Yeah,
I hug.
Yeah. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
Like, you can't determine and decide for that person. You're going to force yourself into, you know, to hug them or whatever. I love to hug people that I love, right? If I don't know you, I'm not going to just be like, come on in. And you're like, no, I'm okay. No, bring it in. And you're like, no, I'm okay. I'm not going to force myself on you. You can't determine that for the person. You can't decide that you going to hug me. That's weird. That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're drawing these boundaries as a society now, especially like with kids, because I feel like when I was little, there would always be like this, no, go give auntie a hug. And it's like, I don't want to. So I'm glad now that like it's more normalized to be like, do you want a hug? No, okay. Like that's how it should be. You shouldn't force
no,
kids to do
in the
that or
Haitian
any of
community,
us.
you could never. I have to. If there's a room full of people, I have to kiss them on the cheek. One as a kid up until adulthood, but now I'm just like, hey, everybody, I try to do my best to not disrespect them because that's our culture. But having to kiss a room full of Haitians, men and women, it was like, it's why
Yeah.
I would never put that on, even though I'm really gonna be a culture mama, but I'm never gonna put that part and force my child into doing that. I'm just not.
I gotta say, if you weren't Haitian, that would have come off very weird. If I had to kiss a room full of Haitians, let me tell you.
Middle Eastern people have that too. It's on the cheek.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the cheek.
Yeah.
You kiss them on the cheek.
Yeah, Middle Eastern people have that too. We do it in Iran as well. But I'm just letting y'all know, like, if any kid tells you they do not want to get near an adult, like, first of all, do not force that kid to get near that adult.
Right.
But also, it needs to be a separate conversation with you and that kid or your kid. Say, like, okay, why didn't you want to get close to them? Not in like a harsh way, but more in like a, hey, why didn't you want to get close to that person? Because there's a lot of pedophiles running around and you don't want your kid to be subjected to one. So don't be that parent that's like, you have to go give uncle a hug, because 9 times out of 10, it's the person that you're closest to that's actually a pedophile. So I think it's where I'm really glad that we're getting to that point. But to Rebecca's point, in a lot of brown and Black cultures, it's like you can't really say no, especially when you're a kid. And I think we definitely need to step away from that, because if your kid says that they don't want to hug someone, they're not hugging someone, and you can't force them. You know what I mean? It's all about consent.
And we need to be teaching the kids that. I tried to explain that to my mom when I got into my teenage years. Like, I will avoid the rooms. Like, church, it's mad people at the church and they just be waiting. And then if you don't do it becomes a complaint and a stain on you as a child. Oh, that one, she's not even gonna, come and greet you correctly with respect. She's disrespectful because she doesn't greet you in that way. And I'm like, no, see, I can't wait. Now my mom is like, my daughter doesn't have to, or the grandkids, because now they can see it with the grandkids, but couldn't see it with us. Oh, the grandkids don't have to do it. They don't have to go up to people and they can say hello in a proper manner and go. Because now all of a sudden they a little, whoa, they got up. But I think that we should, without her, it doesn't hurt the culture to realize that this is problematic. Like, this is children should not be forced to do that. So
it can like traumatize. Like, it traumatized me as a little kid when like my mom's friend would come over and be like, Michael, come here. I'd be 5, and she'd like grab me, squeeze me, and give me like the biggest like kiss on the cheek. I would throw the loudest fucking temper tantrums because I did not like being touched. I did not like her kissing me on the cheek. I would have a fucking meltdown. And she did it every time. And so, like, as an uncle myself now, it's like, no, you don't have to hug me. In fact, I love you, but I don't really want to hug you. So you get to choose. Like, space is so important, and I'm glad that we're having this conversation, because, like, it shouldn't be something like, oh, it's weird that the kid doesn't want to hug. They're being disrespectful. No, some kids just don't want to be touched. Like, I really did not want to be touched. It wasn't that I was, like, cold or hateful. I just didn't like I didn't like being touched. I've just never been a touchy-feely person. I'm kind of a cold-hearted cunt. But don't make me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't like it. So it's nice that that's more normalized now.
But also, like, kids know. Like, if a kid is saying they don't want to hug someone, like, they know something. They're not stupid. So, like, I have this conversation with my mom and like my dad too. Well, I did, and it's just more so like, just because it's culture doesn't mean it's right. You know what I mean? Like, we can appreciate culture while also saying, okay, like, this part of the culture is not really great, so let's just like tweak it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the elders don't really get that. So.
Oh no, especially when they're already like, they've been through it generation to generation, and then they have kids in a whole nother country, and then to be like, so you just gonna disrespect? No, well, now I'm starting to see this ain't right. This ain't right, or whatever. I love being Haitian through and through. My kids will be Haitians. Like, they will. This is gonna be through and through. However, there are some things I just won't bring with me. I mean, I just ain't gonna you like that is one of the things that my my parents right now, because they're older, they won't raise hell. But when I was younger, if we didn't follow these particular things about the culture, they would be like, oh, so you just giving up the culture. So you just think that you could just come and change it. And no, like this is about like consent, like you said, this is about the children feeling comfortable. Why does my child not want to do this? What makes it weird? When you were just talking, Mike, about the auntie, like especially back in the day, it's giving old lipstick, it's giving all day breath, it's giving like I don't want that in my sphere. Like I absolutely not.
I would also smell like her perfume afterwards too. And I just didn't like it. One person made a great point. Yeah, it was like an old lady perfume. It was terrible.
Yeah, white diamonds.
It's probably that. But somebody made a great point about how like autistic kids really have issues with that too, and they don't like to be touched as well. It makes them really uncomfortable. For me, I had obsessive compulsive disorder as a kid, so I didn't like touching people. I didn't like shaking hands. It was like a huge no for me. That's kind of like part of it. And also just like a preference as well. So yeah, I'm thankful that like these are not like weird conversations where it's not like taboo to be like, no, it's okay if they don't want to hug. Because it was weird that it was always weird to me that it came off as disrespectful. Like respect your elders, hug them and stuff. When it's like it's not about respect, it's just about personal space. And I'm huge on personal space. Like I have a rule, like if I can move my arms and I hit you, you have to back up. And I would literally enforce this rule to my coworkers who would like talk very close. It's like I don't mean to be a dick, but like I can smell your breath. Like you have to back up. And like I know it sounds like I'm being like so like obnoxious. I'm not that obnoxious about it, but I would just like politely, be like, can you back up? Because I just, I don't want people up in my shit,
And yeah, don't be too close to me. But it's crazy. Like for me, like with mine, I would just have my nephews this weekend. They love like even if they sold their big kids now, but they love to love on me because I love them and I love to like hug them and we have that relationship. But they also know I'll be like, this is personal space. You can't be all up in this right here. It's called personal space, and you have that too. And if you're uncomfortable, just either you say that. Like I am a hugger, but I'm not gonna make that. I'm not gonna be like, hey, and you're like, hey. If I reach out for a hug and you're like, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm okay with that. But if you are like, I would never be like, get in here. Like those people who do that, you cannot determine that for people. No. You can't force that on people. You can't.
Like
but if I don't know you as well, if we don't know each other,
auntie is like that.
Yeah, get away from me. Don't make it weird. I don't know you. Don't touch me. I know that's like just don't touch me. An old lady, and I was over there at what was I think. Because I live in a predominantly white area. And I think I want to say it was at Kohl's because don't nobody go to Kohl's. But I went to Kohl's because I was looking for a good shoe. They said it was at Kohl's. And I went to Kohl's and it was random. I was in workout clothing and this old white lady stopped me. Her hand on my arm again.
What is wrong with people?
I don't know. It's just, I'm a chocolate chip. Okay. And people just find me in a sea of white people. But the lady was like, and I know I had on workout clothes. The lady literally saw me say, you look so beautiful. Y'all, I just came from a fresh, hot workout. Okay. I was like, she's lying. I am beautiful, but you're giving it up crazy. And she was like, and then everybody like in there was just looking like, ma'am, like, she's like, I just, you so beautiful. So beautiful. And her hand, you know how when the hand get old, it's giving arthritis and it starts doing that thing. If that was here. Okay.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yes. It just and I hate because Lord, bless my hands, but you know how it just stays like that. Y'all know the hand. And I'm just like, why are people being weird? Like, this is not the time to be weird. This is just not that time. This is just not time.
God. Especially after working out, you're all sweaty.
I'm sweaty. I got
my goodness.
Literally.
I'm sorry, can you just imagine if a black woman grabbed an old white woman's arm like that without consent? I feel like it could have gone way worse than
Yeah, no kidding.
Fire, but I digress.
No, yeah. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Just being in it's weird out here. It's weird outside right now. Everything is damn weird. Everything is damn weird.
So I'm just gonna stay inside then, okay? I'm not gonna touch grass. I'm just gonna browse Twitter.
It's crazy. Changing nothing.
Just go to nature. Avoid people.
Yeah, that's the way to
People
do it.
are the problem.
Can I ask a question? Are any of the Americans experiencing the ICE stuff? Like, are you seeing that? Like, are you actually seeing it on the streets? All the ICE raids and
Yeah. When I was in Florida, I went down to Florida, and I have a video coming out tomorrow. If I feel like editing it, but I finished it about ICE, and I was down in Florida about 3 weeks ago. My mama had eye surgery, so down there it's mad Haitians. ICE was everywhere in plain clothes, in in camouflage, and just face covered up, and they were going to where they go to school at. Over on Okeechobee Boulevard. And this is in Palm Beach County. So, Palm Beach County is Trumpville, where Mar-a-Lago, all that is. And there's, if you don't know, it's predominantly like Haitian out there outside of where Trump lives. And so I've seen it all. I have people that I know right now who have been sent letters and who are trying to migrate over to places where people are telling them are safe zones. Right now, we're like dealing with someone that we know who was questioned by ICE in plain clothes, right? There was a party that happened in Brooklyn, huge Haitian party. I think it was at the Barclays Center, and it's called Bio. And this is a producer, very, very popular Haitian producer, threw a big event with Haitian people, and people were like, "We don't want to go there. We don't want to go to the event because we are afraid that we're going to get stopped by ICE." We know that ICE has been out here and the raids, and he had to talk to. Because he is a big producer and he has the pull, he had to talk to some of the police officers, to see if they can just be out there to protect, which is crazy enough, right? To protect the immigrants who are going to go to that event. And he said, he promised, he put out a PSA because people were like, we're not going to that. Like, hey, please, you guys can come. You will be protected. You will be protected. There's nothing going to happen to you. So a lot of people are choosing not to go to events. Again, when I was at home, those people that work at where my dad works, my dad has been training a lot of these immigrants and he hasn't seen them. They just not coming to work no more. Don't know where they've been. And then ICE was rolling around my dad's area. And even my dad, who has been here for a long time, he feels he's feeling like afraid for himself, right? He doesn't know. He's telling my mom when she goes to work, like, hey, just be careful. And they've been here a very long time, but even the fear for them, because they're seeing their friends or they're seeing people who they've taken in, like young immigrants who've come here looking for places to stay, looking for churches, looking for schools, looking for jobs. They're seeing how they're being affected by that. But I've seen them. I've seen ICE over there again on Okeechobee Boulevard, where the school is, where the Haitians go, and then they go right across the street to work, to fill up. They all work out there at the Ross, at the DD's, at the Presidential Market, all of that. And ICE just is rolling around all through there. So yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen them personally yet. But I'm part of networks where people are reporting on where they are locally, and they're even in more rural areas, like north of Portland, Oregon, that are like 99% white, but they're in the rural areas now, seeking out every single immigrant they could find. It's actually fucking insane, because my mom lives near one of the more rural areas that they've been spotted in, or I don't know if they were spotted or their activity was there, whatnot, whatever the fuck they were doing. And that area like has no people of color, none. So it's crazy. Like they are leaving no stone unturned.
I don't know if you guys.
No, go ahead, babe.
Sorry, just really quick. I don't know if you guys. Well, this for some reason hasn't been hitting mass media, which I don't know why. It's just been on local news. But so ICE has been staking out in a bunch of immigration courts, and basically what they do is they stay in the immigration court and they wait until the immigrants court hearing is done, and then they grab them basically, and no one's really allowed to film inside the court, so they're getting away with it. There's been a couple of people who have kind of secretly film them doing it, but usually they're fully masked and they don't have any of their names or anything showing, so it could quite literally be anyone. They completely conceal their identity. But what's been happening is that at the San Francisco Immigration Court, they have been staking out there like every single day and grabbing immigrants after their court cases. Mind you, these are immigrants who, although they may be undocumented, they're still going through the legal routes to get the paperwork, which is why they're in court. And so what's been happening is that the whole entire court has been surrounded by protesters. Throughout every single day that the court is open, they've been surrounded by protesters, and every single day it's been getting more and more and more chaotic up until the day that I flew back, or the day before I flew back. ICE and the protesters got physically into it to the point where the ICE officers were walking down the street. The protesters started walking down the street with them, and they started like fully tussling with each other, fighting. The ICE officer bear maced a couple of the protesters on FIDI, which is like not even near the immigration court. But then they had cars that they were loading immigrants in, so people were trying to stop the cars and stuff, and it got so, first of all, they were running over people left and right, and then they started throwing the protesters, into the unmarked vans too. But then there was an ICE officer that came out with a rifle in the middle of the street with pedestrians and everything, and just started pointing it at everyone, like, if you guys don't calm down on it, like, you know what I mean? With a full-blown, like, AK-47 just ready to go. And this is all in the middle of the financial district in San Francisco. And
that's more, what's interesting, that's more common than you think, and it sucks that that's happening. But imagine the ones that are not being filmed. A while back, and this year, and I'll be saying a while back, stuff be happening 3 days ago, but it just feels like so much has happened in between. But a while back, this was a trending story about a judge that was trying to assist someone, like an undocumented person, who went in there, and they're like, you know what you're doing? Basically, you doing what you need to do. You came to court, you did what you needed to do, and ICE was out there trying to take them. So what happened was the judge spoke to this person, told them to go another way, to give them more time, like, go out there, go another way. ICE is out this way. You go this way. You get home, and you just get back and do continue to do this process. ICE done got the man outside. The judge was jailed, and then they're basically like saying that the judge was aiding and abetting this person to get away, and they were making it a whole thing, like this judge was going against due process and was helping a criminal. They were helping a criminal, breaking the law, and it became a whole damn thing. What's so interesting is like what we're seeing right now, and I'm going to talk about this in my video, but let's be clear that in 2003, ICE was created then, like mall cops, right? But as a result of what was happening, what happened with 9/11. And so they didn't have any rules or regulation then, but nobody took them for real. Nobody took them seriously. Neither the Democrats dismantled it, and the Republicans always they pushed it. They made it stronger over the years. Now, they're funded so much more, I think, than the Marine Corps right now. And they are funded like nobody's business right now through Donald Trump. Hey, doggy. And they are so powerful than what they used to be. They're running people over, putting them in unmarked cars, going and speaking to children in schools, taking 2 Haitians were just taken the other day, and nobody knows nothing about where they were taken, where they were put, no whereabouts, no information. You can't find them. There is no number to call. They're abusing people. And then in their facilities, people are, I would say I call it murder, but they're not giving people proper care at all. Some people are going in for months, not leaving. No paperwork, no nothing, and they're dying. They're dying. Then there's this new one that they just created, repurposed, something else that was out there, but it's in the Everglades in Florida. I'm from Florida, and we know what's in the Everglades. It's alligators, and we used to do field trips out there because it's literally off the grid, and it's a swamp area. And Donald Trump visited that place on July 1st, and it was opened immediately after. It's an outside concentration camp for immigrants. It's an outside jail for immigrants, and it's already has people in there, and it's alligators all up in there. And it flooded on the first day. And they won't, after that, Donald Trump said it looks good, bring the people in. They didn't brought the people in, and they weren't letting news crew in. They weren't letting other people in. But then you'll see who was taking advantage of this. Food trucks was coming over there because they knew that it was going to now become an attraction. This immigration.
So
and Donald Trump is like, there be fine in there. Everything is good. It was supposed to be something else. And the reason why that whatever they were building out there didn't work out was because of what was the animals and all that stuff. There were actual alligators out there. So there's basically Donald Trump is sending the message that F off, like y'all gonna come here. I'm gonna make sure everybody suffers. And he wants to quickly criminalize all the Black and brown people for sure immediately so he can put them in these jails. He wants to put them in Guantanamo Bay. And Guantanamo Bay, he already bought 30,000 beds. He said it was going to be in the beginning when he was, campaigning, it was going to be for the immigrant criminals who did the worst things. Right? Not them just being, undocumented. But now how he's going about it is TPS, all these other programs that are keeping these Black and brown immigrants here is going to be removed. So these people will be immediately criminals. So they'll go to the Guantanamo Bay. They'll go to Alligator Alcatraz. That's what they're calling it out in the Everglades. So ICE don't give a damn. They're doing exactly what they're told to do, but they're getting paid good money for it now. Like you'll see people dressed up like they going to war, or they'll be in plain clothes, or they'll cover their face, and they're talking to people crazy. Like you said, Ariana, there's countless videos of them throwing people on the ground, running them over. They don't care if you're a baby, you can still get it. Your grandmother can get it. They'll dig up old immigrants, they still can get it. It's literally if you look like, if you walk like, if anything about you gives immigrant, they have free will to come at you any type of way and abduct you, throw you in an unmarked van, and nothing happened to them. That state representative, and I forget when they went out there to go see what was going on at that immigration jail outside, or I forget what it was. But
it was in El Salvador.
She was pushing them off, and now we watched the video of them trying to protect someone, and I said that this woman body slammed them. In the video, there was nothing of the sort.
Oh, right.
And ICE got away with it.
It was LaMonica McIver. She was charged and is facing 20 years, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Insane.
And to me, we are looking at video in real time where none of that stuff happened. But they sat there and said, well, you know what? You did body slam an ICE agent.
Yeah, it's so Orwellian. Somebody in the chat says, well, we legalize kidnappings and disappearances. No, none of this is legal, by the way.
No.
None of this is legal, but they don't care. The Constitution just isn't in effect anymore. And the reason why ICE agents are hiding their faces is because they're violating the law, not just federal laws, state laws, local laws. And so they're trying to make sure they cover their asses when Trump is no longer in power.
I just want to say one thing. So I do social media consulting for various organizations and people. One of them is an immigration attorney. And he called me the other day and he was like, hey, so I have a client and he just got picked up by an unmarked vehicle that's ICE. And I was like, okay. He was like, I'm wondering how can we make this into like a reel? I was like, okay, what happened? He was like, well, the courts have already ruled that he was abused, neglected. It was abused, neglected, or something else. The courts have already ruled that he was one of those things. Like he's definitively experienced one of those things. So he was like, there's 2 more stages that we need to get to until we can get his visa and his green card. And even though it's been ruled that he was abused or neglected and he qualifies for this, for documentation, they still picked him up. And I was like, okay, what's next? And he was like, well, he qualifies for bond and he's in SoCal. So he's still in the country. So we're going to try to get him out on bond. And I was like, okay. But just for those of you who think this is legal, this is just like one example of like the hundreds and thousands that are happening. A lot of these cases are not legal, like in any shape or form. These people are following the law. They're doing what they have to do. They have lawyers. They're doing their documentation. They haven't done anything criminal. And like, listen, I'm all about criminal reform. I really am. I don't even think we should deport criminals, but just for the sake of this argument, I'll say fine. If you want to do that, then fine. But like, they are not doing that. They're specifically going after people who are just people trying to live their lives and trying to get this documentation in a legal and in the right way, per se. But I also know someone very close to me who's a teacher, and he literally has his students that bike to school and then they bike back to practice because their parents are too scared that they're going to get picked up by ICE. So it's like upwards of 3-digit heat in the place that this person lives. I don't want to say who it is because I don't want to, whatever. But it's like upwards of 3-digit heat, and these kids who are minors are biking to school and class at a Title IX school, which is a very severely underfunded, underrepresented school because their parents are too scared to get picked up by ICE. So it's one of those situations where, like, just like Mike said, the reason why they don't have any identifications, the reason why their faces are all covered is because everything they're doing is incredibly illegal. They're not allowed to do this. They need to have warrants. You need to have a warrant that's signed by a judge. Like, you need to go through, and that's why when these raids first started happening, people like myself were making reels and videos, and we were like, hey guys, make sure you ask for a warrant. Is the warrant signed by a judge? Make sure look at the date. All of that went out the window a couple weeks after we all started talking about that because they just don't care. They're picking up anyone.
They're
arresting people asking for warrants.
Full power. Like, nothing, it doesn't matter. Nothing. That's why I want people, because this has led to so many dumbass arguments, diaspora wars, all the things. And it's like, they don't give a damn. If you got a wide nose, a little tan on your skin, if whatever, like, they will look at you and be like,
that's enough.
We'll pick your ass up if you talk back to me crazy. These are the people, they have more power than they have to. Now police officers are answering to them, pulling up to the scene, and you'll see police there, but then ICE officers is like pushing police out the way just so they can backflip a child, right? And drive off. Just so we are watching police look at ICE vehicles, run people over, and nothing is done. Donald Trump has given ICE so much power. He's taking away funding from children and their food. Medicaid, children can't get meals at school, Medicaid gone, but has funded billions of dollars into ICE. Like, they are an extremist group that is here to just like literally get every person, immigrant, no matter what. You could be an immigrant that's been here forever, has done the right things. You see the ones that voted for Donald Trump, some of them, and who have done all the things right, been the model immigrant citizen, all the things, and next their cousins are gone. Their partners are gone. Some women standing 10 toes down, right? Didn't know, stand 10 toes down for Donald Trump, even though her husband has been picked up, gone, and can't even really get in communication with them, but still is like, Donald Trump, President Trump was saying this on camera on a
oh,
news
I saw this. Yeah.
Donald Trump, can you please, just look out for me? I know that if you have it out of the kindness of your heart, just, I voted for you and I know you're going to do the right thing. And it's like, baby, no, he ain't even going to call you. And somebody died. A state representative died and he went to go play golf. Like, let's be for real. So he wants ICE to do what they're doing. He thinks this is great. Every time he gets up and speaks about immigrants, we see how he talks he was just with the president of Liberia and was surprised at the way the president of Liberia spoke English. He kept looking at him and saying,
oh,
wow, like, how do you speak English so well? I'm so shocked. Like people are dumb because they speak other languages, but we have to remember he's the same president that said that African countries, Nigeria and them are shithole countries. Haiti's a shithole country. So for people like them, just this look, this Hitler way, you speak English, you're white, you speak English, you're just right for this country. And he's shocked that there are people outside of the country who can speak another language, who are from another country, but who can also communicate with his dumb ass in his language.
Yeah, the way he said that too, where he was like, "You speak English so beautifully." It was like, bro,
the man
did nobody tell you that their official language is literally English? You fucking imbecile! It's crazy to me. And, yeah, the look on his face, Rebecca, was, you could tell how uncomfortable he was. Because what do you even say? Wow, and like Trump is like droning on. I have the clip if you want to watch it.
Yeah,
droning on about how beautiful it is that he speaks English so well. It's so crazy. And another point about these, like Alligator Auschwitz, for example, and these concentration camps, which we'll see more of, unquestionably, like, these violate the 8th Amendment. Like, this is cruel and unusual punishment. At Alligator Auschwitz, they sleep with the lights on 24/7. They are given one meal a day with maggots in it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, the air conditioner is like below freezing. They can't use the bathroom.
The restroom, they're just outside.
It's so fucked up.
Yes.
Like, I don't even. And just to be clear, this is mostly not criminals, but criminals also are entitled under the 8th Amendment to adequate treatment. You can't just like treat them like shit like this. So it doesn't matter. And a lot of the people who are getting picked up, like, at first, like, when the criminal thing was very clearly them just like it wasn't happening, they were picking up people who had like traffic violations. Now they're just like, fuck it, anyone. What's your skin color? Get in. It's so fucking insane. Here's that video, though, by the way, of Trump and the president of Liberia. This was crazy to me when I saw this.
Well, thank you. It's such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where? In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting. That's beautiful English. Sure. I have people at this table can't speak nearly as well.
He keeps going.
Well, thank you. It's such good English, such beautiful. Where did you?
If you ever, like, if you know any Haitian or African people, the way they're looking at him like, you dumbass, you stupid. Like, are you insulting us right now? Are you literally saying this? That's what it was given. They were looking like.
I can empathize with that president so deeply, because I told you all the story about when I worked at Walmart. There's an older lady that told me about my English and how beautifully I spoke it. She didn't say beautiful, but she said how well I spoke it. She came to me and she asked, like, what ethnicity are you? And I'm like, I mean, I'm Portuguese. Like, you speak English so well. And I was just caught off guard because I'm like, that's literally the only fucking language I know how to speak, sweetie. So thank you.
It's so dumb. It's like if you're from somewhere else, and I'm grateful. My dad speaks all the languages. My dad speaks French, Spanish, Haitian Creole, and he speaks English and patois. And everybody just feels like it's so amazing. But for me, it's normal in my household. Like, it's okay. We speak different languages. I love being bilingual. I love that for me. But when you meet people and it's like people like Donald Trump, people like, they're just like, wow. So you're Haitian, but you speak English so well. Like, you formulate the words, and it's like, wow, you just, and it's like, I'm educated. I'm from this country. I don't know how you want me. You just want me to come and start. Like, what do you expect from me? It's really stupid. People in other countries,
they think they're being complimentary too, which is crazy.
English is not the greatest language. Like, it's
no,
it's
there's
like,
so many rules that don't make any fucking sense.
So many ways to say the same thing.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know a ton about Liberia, but it was founded by U.S. slaves, wasn't it? Or like, it wasn't a colony, but wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's another thing. See, don't even get it started, Lance, because that's going to be another conversation. But you're right. Now, over there in Liberia, them white folks created this like organization, and see, that's another story. I need to Google it. It's true. White folks created this organization, and to continue to colonize. But they was like, you know what, y'all free blacks, y'all some good free blacks. Y'all go ahead and colonize an area in Liberia. Y'all go and make it, go. And so they They found it. Like they have an Independence Day there. They did all the things, and then Liberia took it back. Like Liberians took it back, but that was the whole thing, and it was because of white folks who didn't want the blacks here, so told them, "You're free now, right? Y'all some good blacks. Go to this country,
right?
Colonize
it on our behalf." Yeah.
Black folks went and did that. Black Americans went and did that. So, yeah, that's it's a whole story. That's another day for because people was arguing about that online the other day too. But that's a whole nother thing. But it was the white folks that sent them there to do that, and no white organization that sent them there to go do that. So yeah.
I feel like if the president is going to a country, maybe there'd be like a little bit of info, just okay, we're going to this country, here's their official language, just like a little bit.
English. It's just like a sign. Like, sir.
But
he didn't get a hint when he saw the signs that were in English. I don't know. I just feel like that's so embarrassing.
They were looking like this man is disrespect. Okay, keep playing. But no,
So
we're at the
wild
end of
to
the
me.
show, y'all.
Well, yeah. Should we get to super chats? We went over, but it was so nice to hang out.
It goals, so
Yes.
I'm not streaming, so I'm just going to say goodbye. I love all of you. I have no super chats. So.
Bye. And David's gone too. He didn't want to be
Mariana,
rude.
that you're back, and it's great to see you again, Rebecca.
Bye.
Bye, Lance.
Take care, Lance.
All right, see you, Lance.
Okay, Rebecca or Ariana. I'm assuming one of you want to go first. Which
Doesn't
one
matter
of
to me.
you?
Yeah, I'll go first. I'm out of here. But
I got like
just wanna-
maybe 5 super chats, so
Yeah, same. So we're
Okay.
I'll be quick. David, I wanted to say David left. He didn't want to be rude to y'all, but he was out because we were still running our mouths and we went past time. So David be out with me. So all right, let's get to these super chats. Let me pull it up. Here we go. Starting with Andrew. Andrew S. Hey, Rebecca, glad to catch you live in a long time. I know it's been a month. Life has been lifing. Give a shout out to Ben for covering the ICE goons today. Shout out to Ben. Keep up the good work to fight injustice. Thank you so much. Pendulous Dragon, love you, mean it. Love you back. Sent you some tea money on Cash App. Thank you. And I see it. I appreciate it because I love my tea. Lizzie Bennett, I wanted to tune out of politics for a few weeks on my vacay in Seoul, but I can't skip it on Leftist Mafia. Conservatives are starting to see Trump's fill of BS with Epstein, but I fear that change be undone in 2 weeks. Prairie Fire. Thank you. Trump supporters, not all of his voter, but his supporters love Trump more than their own families, country, and even God. They will cheer on the Texas floods if it can own the libs in some way. You are definitely right about that, and it's so sad to see. Chris, thank you so much. Democrats are too poll focused and can't create a narrative until a socialist wins a primary. Truly pathetic. We need to push them into Musk America Party. Ugh. It's just too much. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the super chats. Mean it. I'm out of here. Again, it was great seeing you all. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Take care,
Bye,
Rebecca.
nice to meet you. Okay, I have maybe
Up close.
a little too close.
I hate it when it does that.
It's funny because you can literally see my luggage like right there too. A girl needs to unpack. Anyways, all right, let me go through. This is gonna be super quick. Welcome back. Hope you are doing fine. Thank you so much. I'm alive. That's all that matters. Missing Futures, thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. Wanda M, thank you so much for the $5. Glad you're back. Condolences to you and your family. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bay Photo, $2. Condolences, Ariana. We're glad to have you back. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Andrew S, thank you so much for the $5 PSA. There's a standoff between the NG and protesters because ICE raided farms in Ventura County. Yeah, that is true. And then ICE proceeded to tear gas farmers. So that's been going great. I've actually been monitoring that a little bit. But yeah, it's been a shit show in Ventura County tonight.
Damn.
Wrath of Lilith, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Pendulous Dragon, love your old school Afghan. I don't know what you mean, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Kowalski, Ariana moved to NYC, then the city votes for an open socialist calling for lower rent, free buses, and the imprisonment of Benjamin Netanyahu in accordance to international law. Coincidence. I know this is first of all, it is a coincidence because I haven't even been in New York. I literally moved here and then I had to go back for like a whole entire month. So I feel like I just moved back like today because I didn't even get my footing here before I had to leave. But I just want to show you guys this picture. So Netanyahu came back to town again. And if we can share this, I would really appreciate it. So I just want to show you guys this really quick. I wanted to talk about it on stream, but we were going through different topics. So this is a picture of all the senators that met with Benjamin Netanyahu when he visited. But if you zoom into the picture, you can see Cory Booker hiding.
Oh my God. What a fucking weasel. Wow.
It's just so funny to me how he's like hiding behind that man. He said, "My name Bennett, I ain't in it. I don't want nothing to do with this."
God.
So also he's literally the only person of color in that picture, but I digress. Or person of color / black person.
I gotta save that.
Chris, thank you so much for the $20. If MSM and politicians cared about anti-Semitism, they talk about why anti-Semitism is rising Zionists falsely claiming that the slaughter of children starving a pop and bombing sovereign nations is done in the name of Judaism. Don't fuck with God's chosen people, okay? I'm just kidding. Yeah, you're right. Honestly, the whole idea of Zionism, I think, is propelling more and more anti-Semitism. Doesn't seem like
without a doubt. No, without a doubt. It
especially because people
the
keep
idea that-
conflating anti-Semitism with anti-Zionism, and that is so fucking dangerous. And they keep doing it purposefully. So I think
it's like it's almost like saying the Taliban represents Muslims, right? They don't, but also the Taliban doesn't do anything to help our cause either or our argument. So it's you can't cry about anti-Semitism and then do all this. I'm talking about Zionists specifically, not other people, but is that anti-Semitism is a huge problem. Like, it is rising. But it's like I don't think they really see the correlation.
Yeah. It's like, are you anti-Semitic if you're against Kufi, Christians United for Israel? I mean, Kufi is larger than AIPAC, isn't it? Like, there's probably more Christian Zionists in America than there are Jewish Zionists.
That part is true. Yeah. I don't know about Kufi, but I do know that the Christians and their belief is like Christian Zionist belief is literally rooted within anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
Because
I was raised in it.
Yeah, well, they believe when Christ comes back, all the Jews are either going to have to convert or get killed, which is pretty anti-Semitic if you ask me. But
yeah, they don't put it that bluntly when you're a kid. But when you grow up and you realize what you were taught, it's like, oh yeah, this is convert or be killed. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is what we were taught as kids? It's crazy.
But that's why like every extremist sect of the two religions, because it's usually evangelical Christians that believe that, and it's the most extreme sect of Christianity. So
according to Kufi, they boast over 10 million members. According to the last US Census, there's 7.5 million Jewish people in the United States. So there are more Christian Zionists, according to Kufi's membership, than there are overall Jewish people in the U.S. And again, not all Jewish people are Zionists. So
right, exactly.
There's more Christian Zionists than there are Jewish people, period, in the United States.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah. I mean,
it's my go-to whenever anyone conflates the two is like, I can't think of a bigger Zionist than Joe Biden after, especially these past few years, where he oversaw all this and declared he was a Zionist. Does criticizing Joe Biden, the Irish Catholic Zionist, make you anti-Semitic? And if you can't answer that, then I don't think anyone should take you seriously.
Yeah.
You can't answer that correctly, I guess I should say.
To add to that, that's just like the Christian Zionists. There's atheist Zionists. There's all kinds of Zionists who aren't Christian or Jewish. So, like, the amount of Zionists overwhelmingly it is not Jewish people. So the fact that we still see people conflating anti-Semitism with anti-Zionism, it is bad faith, but it's also insane at this point.
Yeah.
I would love to hear from I know they exist, but I'd love to see a atheist Zionist square that circle, square that peg, whatever the saying is. How do you make the claim without believing in God? How do you make the claim that I mean, you don't need it, obviously, but that's what they go on. That's what they that's the excuse, right? That God gave his chosen people the land. I mean, give it to me, Christian Zionists. Without God, yeah.
I mean, just this idea that you're a chosen person, like it's giving peak delusion. I mean, you're not grounded in reality if you truly believe that you're God's chosen person. And that just goes for anyone, not even Zionists. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Some humility is involved. Or necessary, I should say.
Yeah. Some like bringing down your ego and realizing that no one is God's chosen person.
We're just on a random speck of dust in like a random galaxy in a random solar system. Like let's cool it. It's probably some if there's a chosen child of God, it's probably some alien in Alpha Centauri.
Go do some ayahuasca and just call it a day. Like you're not God's chosen people.
Yeah.
I need ayahuasca or DMT to humble you because it's just not a thing. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm joking. Don't do drugs, guys. I was joking.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs. Actually, funny enough, sorry, I'm going on a tangent, but
I mean, there's not that many super chats, so I don't think.
I know.
Yeah, feel free.
Yeah.
So during the summer, people just go out and touch grass for real, and it's like the views go down, the tips go down. But you know what? I love it for y'all. Like I really do. Go live your life. So in Oakland, you can get mushrooms legally in a church.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it's San Francisco and Oakland, and it's basically it's a legal loophole where you go to this church that sells mushrooms like psilocybin mushrooms for religious reasons because you're taking it for religious reasons, and that's how they were able to go through the loophole. And then when you buy the mushrooms or the chocolate or gummies or whatever, you make a donation to the church.
They know what they're doing. That's brilliant.
Yeah. So in Oakland or San Francisco, you can get like all different kinds of shrooms or, whatever, but you can also get DMT at the church too.
No shit.
Which is crazy because like, damn liberal California, like it's wild. Yeah, exactly. Sam Roger in the chat said that it's tax-free, and it is tax-free.
Oh my God.
Pretty crazy.
DMT would be wild. DMT would be
wild. You can literally get a DMT pen. And I'm like, this is not.
A pen?
I don't know. I feel like DMT, like you really gotta be in a certain headspace to be doing DMT. But...
We're all gonna try it one day because your brain releases it, when you cross over to the other side. But I don't know if I don't think I have the wits to try it. I'd be too much of a pussy.
Anyone that's tried it has told me that they died and came back to life. Like that's the experience that they had, and they basically saw, quote, the other side. I don't know how, whatever. I'm just quoting them. I've never tried it. I'm not in a good place in my life to do it because
no. You don't want to have a bad trip.
Like multiple demons. Like, y'all be safe though if you try it.
Have fun.
You to do it. Yeah, be safe.
I'm good with weed.
Please don't drive, sit in a corner and put your head on a pillow and preferably probably have some.
Yeah, if you try DMT, I think it lasts like 15 minutes. You're just going to be like,
15
minutes
it's
probably,
like, it's like you're sleeping on a pillow, like you just, and then you drift away.
You're in a different universe for a little bit. Oh, somebody says 30 minutes. So yeah. 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Yeah, it's short.
No,
so.
30 minutes is really like anyone that I know that's done it says like 5 to 15 minutes max.
Yeah, I've heard 15 minutes too.
You really gotta take a really big hit in like, if you want. Anyways, I'm sorry. Don't do drugs. Okay. Looney Tunes, $5. Thank you so much. Matt of the Letter Hack would love to have you on as a guest on our show. Talk to Bender. He's been on there 6 times. What is it?
Oh, his Left Past
Letterhack.
10.
Show.
Yeah, he has a great show. Yeah, Letterhack is awesome. I would recommend it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes, can you tell Matt to email me? Because I do all inquiries through email. I'm sorry, I'm adding a bunch of shit to your plate, but if they can email me, my email is in my Instagram bio. So it's super easy. It's like right there. Just tell them to email me. We can set something up. Pendulous Dragon, thank you so much for the $2. The Afghan on your bed. Am I missing something? Because 5 people in the chat liked that super chat, and I just don't.
Oh, is it just the blanket?
Is it called an Afghan?
Let me Google it. I think I don't know.
I'm so lost. I thought you were talking about Afghan the person. Oh, the blanket. Okay, yeah. Everyone's agreeing that it's a blanket. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's like a throw. Okay, yeah, blanket or shawl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you guys. I thought you were talking about the person or, Afghan people. I really appreciate it. Oh, also fun fact. A lot of people, when they're talking about Afghans, they call them Afghani. Afghani is actually the currency in Afghanistan. You refer to Afghan people as Afghan.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
A lot of people don't know that, but
Good to know.
Just so you know. Thank you so much for the $2 though, and I appreciate it. I got that at a garage sale for $2, so I did.
You got that at a garage sale for $2?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's Nona made that probably, and it took so long. That's awesome.
I know, but I take care of it. Don't worry, guys.
Fuck yeah, no, those are the best.
Yeah, no, it's great. I love it. Omega Sean Dragon, thank you so much. Hi, Ariana. Welcome back. My condolences. This year was a whirlwind, but you have support and hope we get a live show soon. Oh my God. Yes, of course. Yeah, it was crazy. Like my home country was getting bombed. My family was evacuating left and right. My dad was dying right in front of me. The first person that I feel like I ever truly loved in my life was getting married all in the same fucking week. And I was like, you know what? This is God testing me.
What was that last one?
You always have that one person you dated that it's like, oh, they're just not, you don't think about them still, but it's like always like that one person you dated and then that person got married and my country was getting bombed. And no, I don't talk to him or anything. Like this is a long time ago. But it was just all happening in tandem. Like,
aren't you currently with someone?
Yes, I am. No. It's just okay. Hold on. Wait.
It's weird to say. I gotta say.
Ask Pat this.
I can tell you right now. I'm with the person that I feel that about.
No, okay. Have you guys all ever dated someone where it's like it didn't work out? You guys went your separate ways. You never talked again. You don't have any contact, but it's like you always wonder, okay, I hope they're doing well in life. Like that's literally it. And my friends started texting me and they were like, hey, he's getting married this week. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, not that that wasn't a main part of this story.
I'm not going to get involved with whatever personal drama you got going on in your life. I would just say, don't let the boyfriend watch this episode. Jeez.
No, it's not. No. It's not like that. It's just like, there's no contact. No, not the one that got away. It's just, you date someone. Well, no, we didn't even, whatever. It's complicated, but there's no contact. There's no contact. We don't talk. I haven't had contact.
Oh no, I'm not saying I'm not saying.
Okay, Matt, have you ever had someone in your past, or actually, both of you, have you guys ever had someone in your past that got married or something, and your friends all started texting you like, "Hey, this person got married. Is getting married. Look at the pictures."
No.
I can't really speak to it because I dated girls, and then I dated one guy, and then married him. So I don't qualify for the combo.
Mike tried it once, and he was like, "I'm not trying anymore.
This is it. This is good." Shit.
You know what? The chat is literally confirming everything I'm saying because I feel like every girl has gone through this where you've talked to someone and then that person gets married or something crazy happens in their life and everyone texts you like, "Hey, this person's getting married. Like, did you see?" And you're like, "All right." Ooh, someone called
I gotta say, people are saying Matt. There's people in there saying Matt's a messy bitch who lives for drama. I gotta say,
messy bitch.
Your so-called friends texting you about, hey Ariana, did you see who's getting married this weekend? They're the messy bitches who were looking for living for drama. That's pretty messed up to text your friend and say that, hey, you remember the one that got away? He's getting
No,
married
he
this
wasn't
weekend.
the one that got away. It's just funny because like my family was getting bombed, my dad was dying in front of me, and then everyone was texting me, "Hey, look at who's getting married this week," and it just all happened in the same week. That's it. That's literally
It's just
it.
a
Like,
lot, yeah.
I moved on.
Well,
I have a
you also
man.
like
I've been dating someone for a
you
year
cared
and a
for
half.
somebody
Like, it's
before they
not
got
me.
married. I understand.
Oh,
Yeah.
listen, I've obviously had ex-girlfriends who,
Obviously, guys, don't get it
but
twisted. He was never
obviously,
an incel.
look at this face. This face has had many ex-girlfriends. But I've never been like, like I'm assuming they're living their life, and if I came across them, I would catch up, and that would be that, I guess. I mean, no reason to be like, oh, they're getting married. Oh no, I don't feel that about anybody.
No, it's not like that. It was just more of like a, hey, look at who's getting married. Look at who's getting married. Look at who's, look at the pictures. And, it was just.
The chat is overwhelmingly siding with Ariana too. So.
Thank you.
I think I get it. Yeah.
Just for the record, I have a very supportive boyfriend. I've been with him for a year and a half. Like, this is not. It's just nothing. It's just funny that this was all like my homeland was getting bombed. My dad is dying right in front of me, and I'm getting texts everywhere that this man is getting married. Okay, like that's literally all. Like it's not that deep. Okay, it's just everything just happened at the same time. All right. Like,
I wouldn't call that something happening to me like you are. This is very weird. I'm just gonna leave it there. Oh, I can't believe this is happening to me. It's just your ex getting married. It shouldn't be a thing at all. It should just be like, oh, that's nice.
No, it's not. It's not like, okay, well, if I keep talking about it, then it feels like I'm dwelling on it. It's not that big of a deal. Like, it's really not.
Sometimes I wonder what it would be like if I, never got with my husband and I dated one of the women. Then I would probably still be with my husband, but just like on the low. So I guess I'm contemplating what life would be like.
Hey, I'm a real ass bitch. Like, I'm letting y'all know how my week went, and if Matt wants to judge me for it, that's all on you. But I'm just saying.
I do think maybe it is more of a girl thing. I don't know. Oh, Lunar Spunk in the chat says, "Oh, this is a great point. This is how you got to spin it for me." Thank you, Lunar Spunk. That means someone felt that way when Binder got married. There you go. Now I'm gonna just sit here with a smile on my face, knowing that there were at least 20 women out there thinking of me when they found out that I got away.
Oh God!
So many people cried when I got married. I'm sure.
Every single child that Matt had, there was one girl in the world that just cried herself to sleep.
He should be having my baby right now.
Yeah.
That's probably what they were saying.
Prize.
That's probably what they were saying. Yeah.
Anyways, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, John Dragon, I appreciate you. Also, you should be on the.
Wait, now people are hung up on the fact that I said 20 women. I just threw out a random number. I don't have an exact count of how many.
Oh, guys, it was random. 20 women just randomly. Okay.
20 is too round of a number. Please, come on.
Also, you should be on Hassan's stream. He's in town. I met him yesterday, made my day, and he was there, and he showed the beauty of the Bronx. Honestly, I feel like if I were to run into Hassan, it would be a little awkward just because we follow each other on TikTok and we've met each other, but we don't talk. So I don't want to give up. I am a fan, but I'm also not like a fan. You know what I mean?
It would be cool if you both collaborated. That'd be dope as fuck. I would love to see that.
Hassan was on the Majority Report the other day. I wasn't there, but he was on the Majority Report the other day.
I would also love to go on the Majority Report too, but I don't know. I'm not cool enough yet, guys. I got to work on my YouTube game.
I was only cool enough a couple of months ago, and I got the invite. So
was it a Friday show?
Your invite?
Yeah. I went on with Emma a couple of months ago. It was really fun. So yeah, everybody will get their day. It'll happen. Dreams come true.
Wait, was it in studio or no?
No. It was
He's never
just
been
via Skype.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's never left his town. He's a
no. I know. That's why I was surprised. I was like, wait, what?
I've left my town. I've only traveled along the West Coast.
I've traveled by wagon to the town next door.
Well, look, I'm not planning to
You know what?
overcome my
You know what,
agoraphobia
Matt?
now.
Guys, I'm gonna need y'all to reciprocate Matt's energy.
Mike's been to
tonight.
Shelbyville before. You think he just lives in
No.
Springfield? He's been to Shelbyville before.
Hold on.
I've
I'm
never
gonna
been to
need y'all-
Shelbyville.
Guys, I need y'all to reciprocate Matt's energy right now and bully him the way that he's bullying me and
It's impossible.
He just takes turns. First it's Ariana, then it's me, then he'll go back to Ariana.
Me and
I
Mike.
can't
See
be
what we put up
bullied.
with?
It can't happen.
Please. And I will read you the best comments out loud. So give it your best. I'm just kidding.
Nothing bothers me. I'm bully proof.
All right, I'm just joking. All my homies hate Mac. Okay, don't go that way. Hate is a strong word, guys. Come on.
Matt gets a death threat like an hour later.
Literally, like that's not what I meant, guys. All right. Parker, thank you so much for the 420. I appreciate you. Glad you're back, Ariana. Wait, what the fuck is going on with ContraPoints? Why is everyone talking about ContraPoints? What is going on there?
She put out a really unnecessarily long take on Israel-Palestine after she was talking about leftist anti-Semitism on Twitter. She got into like a little back and forth with Taylor Lorenz. People were wondering, hey, why hasn't she spoke out about this? So she made a long post about how, is it a genocide? Yes. Do I support Israel doing this? No. But then the left bad. I was not a fan of her statement. There was a lot to it. So that's probably what they're referring to. I was very, somebody says nuanced trolling. That's what it felt like to me too. It gave off, like, not necessarily Ethan Klein vibes, but like maybe Cenk Uygur-y vibes, where it's just the left is like what she's talking about when I don't give a fuck about the left. Why are you centering yourself and your feelings and talking about the left? It was just, there's so much in it. You just gotta have to read it. But I was not a fan personally.
I
don't even know what's going on.
I don't want to talk shit about people. Proceeds to talk shit. No, I'm just kidding. I personally am not a huge fan of how Taylor Lorenz goes about things. I think that sometimes she's kind of almost like battling for the clicks. Almost, it feels like there's a lot of content creators who have also kind of taken a step back because. Sometimes I don't like the way she approaches stuff, and she knows this. Like I've told her this personally too. The last time we spoke, but
I really like Taylor Lorenz.
She's like rage bait through and through.
No, she's just blunt because she's a journalist who just asks this question straight up or makes the point straight up. She doesn't like sugarcoat. Gotta respect it. I don't have a problem with her necessarily.
I really like her, and
yeah.
I agree with her take. Like on Contra, like when they were going back and forth, like I thought that she was making some good points. I used to like ContraPoints content, so I'm not like trying to like cancel her or anything. I did not like the statement she put out at all.
I have to read it. I haven't seen it.
I have to read it too.
I don't want to speak on it because there's so much in there that it's hard to just like. It's hard to pick out different things without taking like a whole hour. But overall, the takeaway from me was, oof, that was not good. I did not like that. So that's kind of that's my 2 cents personally.
Yeah, for me, it's just kind of it's kind of weird because everyone's saying she's a crusader for the left, but it's like, why is she taking pictures with people in Trump's administration saying that she's really happy she met them on Twitter, right? Like it's.
Did she really?
Wait, what? What happened?
You guys don't know
didn't
about
see
this?
That. No, with
No.
ContraPoints?
No, not ContraPoints. I'm talking about Taylor.
She goes to those parties to cover them. She's not.
Yeah, but you don't have to you don't have to post pictures on Twitter and say like it was so nice to meet you. Like there's still Trump. You know what I mean? Like there's just certain things. Listen, I don't believe in canceling, so y'all do your own research and y'all figure it out on your own. It's just not my cup of tea, and that's okay. Like I have my right to
of course,
ingest certain content, and some others I don't ingest, and she's one of them. Like she is a bit rage baity, so anything that happens regarding her, like I do take it with a grain of salt per se.
I love her. This hurts me. It's okay though.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't have to be everybody's cup of tea. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Everybody has their preferences, but
And just so you guys know, like this has been communicated to her the last time we spoke, and we don't speak anymore. But like this is all things that she knows, so it's not like I'm blabbering on on my own accord. But that's just how I feel. But I do have to read ContraPoints' post. So
yeah, kind of form your own opinion. That was just my 2 cents. I don't want to poison the well before people read it, but I just
No, of course. I totally see that. Dan Dixon, thank you so much for the $20. I appreciate you, Ariana. Keep being awesome. Thank you so much. I also noticed you gave everyone here $20, so I really appreciate it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they did. Bay Photo, it's okay. Your co-hosts aren't normal men.
That's true.
I just think with the age of like me being a very younger millennial / Gen Z, like I just think for us dating was very digital. So everyone's kind of interconnected in some sort of way, whether you want it to be that way or not. So everyone gets updates about everyone.
Right. The one who got away
1000%.
digitally. The one who got away digitally.
No one got away because every situation you're in right now is meant to be. Never forget that. The one that got away is some bullshit that Disney created so they can make more money. Don't ever forget
did you
that
see
guy.
this one, Ariana? This one, I don't know if this is for you or Rebecca, but
no,
I'm
it's for
not
me.
sure.
I saw an HBO series. Guys, it's not oh my god. I have a bunch of boomers in the chat, y'all. It's not
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring I didn't know that was about that. I just thought it was something we talked about earlier.
Like I don't know.
Oh, okay. So it might have not been okay. I was like, hey, Ariana, did you see this one? Did you see this one? Like, I'm not trying to. I'm sorry.
No, I get it. And also, guys, once again, like, please do not feed into cancel culture. Like, I don't believe in it. I truly believe that people can live, learn. I don't know if you guys want really quick before I go on another tangent.
Don't cancel Ariana's ex for moving on.
No, stop talking about. Stop. Like, I mean, like, I don't know why I brought it up with you being here. Like, I should just shut my mouth. But I was trying to be vulnerable and real with the audience. So I don't know if you guys watch Love Island. Sorry, this is my girly.
No, I feel like I should watch it, but I don't.
I feel like I made the right choice not watching it.
No, there's this girl on the show who said the C word, which is a derogatory slur that was used towards the Asian community in America. You guys are getting my drift. But she said that in multiple posts, and then she got kicked off of the show, and she's made an apology. And her apology to me seemed very sincere, but I'm not a part of the Asian community, so I don't think it's for me to say whether she's relieved of, the racist post or not. But people were calling ICE on her family because she's of Latin descent. Like,
damn.
The viewers were calling ICE on her family, and they were trying to get her family deported by ICE or like sent to Alcatraz or whatever. And I'm just like, listen, I understand holding people accountable for racist things that they do in the past, but like calling ICE on someone's family, that's disgusting. Like, you're no better than the racial slur that was used. You know what I mean? So
this is what they did to Adam McIntyre too. He's an Irish guy touring in the United States right now, and he made a YouTube video about how a subreddit had called ICE on him, saying that he was like staying here illegally. Like this is kind of being weaponized against people as just like an attack. It's crazy.
Yeah, and one of the creators that I know that works for Gen Z for Change, his mom just got picked up by ICE, so he had a GoFundMe. Thankfully, the GoFundMe has hit over 100,000, but she's in Louisiana now in a detention center. So I don't know. I just feel like I believe in holding people accountable for their wrongs, but also giving people space to grow and learn. Because if you call people ICE on people for saying a racial slur, like that makes you no better.
It is objectively evil to call ICE for any reason ever. Like, honestly, you're just a piece of shit if you do that.
It's so bad. But anyways, guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to ramble, but
no,
that's so much for having me. I'm so glad I can come.
I'm glad you're back.
No, it was great to have you back, Ariana.
Thank you.
And I was just messing with you, obviously.
No, I think your questions were valid. Like, it was very valid, but it's just one of those. It was just funny because everything was all happening at once, and it was just all.
Don't you hate it how that's how it is though? Every big thing happens, and then life is just like boring, and then everything happens at once.
I was like so excited for my life. I was like, you know what? I just moved to New York. I wanted to do this my whole life. I'm going to build a community of friends. I'm going to do this and that. And then I basically moved back. So
The universe is like,
now.
actually, no, you're not. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
life was like, you thought.
Yeah.
Instead
Never
you
goes that
learn
way,
about how
ever.
expensive it is to die in America. But anyways, guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you for not kicking me off of the show.
Why would we kick you off the show?
Yeah,
That's
what the
ridiculous.
I don't know, Matt.
It's
seem
your
like
show too, so thank you for not kicking us off.
Oh my God, no! What the fuck?
Wait. I want you to finish
Matt
that
in
thought, thank you.
particular.
Hold on, I want you to finish that thought. Thank you, Matt. You seem like and then you were cut off. What do I seem like, Ariana?
No, it's all love, and you and I really need to meet up in person now that I'm here for sure. Like,
Right? Yeah. I still want to do that. I still want to do a live show, and I know the rest of them aren't coming here, so we might as well just do it with the people who are here.
Yeah, I'm down. Guys,
cool.
wait, can we ask the chat? Would you guys for real come out if we do a New York show? Because I think 2 people are gonna come out, and that's about all
I would get a guest or two who lives in New York, obviously, who would also bring in a crowd, and I wouldn't be completely on them. I just mean like people will hear the lineup and they'll want to come out.
Wait, can you get anyone from the Majority Report on? Because if we could do that.
Yeah, that could probably if they were available.
I would watch
probably,
that
yeah.
on the internet for sure. So you have one viewer at a minimum. I will watch it live too, and I might even comment. Well, I probably wouldn't comment, but I would watch it.
He said, "I'm not getting on the wagon, but I'll watch."
Not these days. Not these days, fam. Not the best time to conquer agoraphobia or travel.
Listen,
good.
there is certainly enough people in New York City who are familiar with us and whoever we would get on, maybe someone from the Majority Report, who would come out and, I'm not saying we're going to sell out an arena, a little venue, a little live music, like live music or live show venue that has a stage, and we can record a show and stream it possibly too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
Get Zoran Mamdani on.
Ooh,
he'd probably be.
Why hasn't Zoran Mamdani gone to Majority Report yet? I feel like he should have been.
He was on months and months ago, like before he even took off. If you look it up, he was on the show.
Now.
He probably will. I'm sure he
reach
will.
out and have him come
I mean,
in.
he doesn't really need that crowd. He's got to focus right now on bringing in people who aren't like. He had the most primary votes of anyone in a primary in New York City history. Like he's got the base for him. He's got to reach out now to the general election voters, which I think is not really our audience. Our audience, if they were in New York City, they were voting for him in the primary.
Yeah. No, I agree. So crazy. Okay, I swear to God, this is the last thing and then I'm gonna go. So I posted about Zoran on Instagram and I noticed that I had DM'd him already. And back in 2023, that man did some like advocacy work and he ended up going on Democracy Now! For his advocacy work. And I found him on Instagram and I messaged him and I was like, hey, I just covered what you did on Twitch stream. Like you did an amazing job. And he responded back to me and he said, thank you. But I didn't put 2 and 2 together that the man that I DM'd in 2023, because sometimes I would do that. Just like when I saw someone that had potential, I'd be like, oh, okay, let me just message so that the groundwork could be done. I was like, damn, I knew you were going to be great.
Right.
I knew you were going to be great like 3 years ago.
Another one who got away.
Okay, you know what? I'm out. That man is married.
You slid into. You're telling me you slid into Zoran's DMs a couple of years ago, as you also just said earlier on the show, that this is how Gen Z dates digitally nowadays.
No.
I get it, Ariana. Message received loud and clear.
First of all, you don't shit where you eat. Like, if y'all think I would ever date a creator or a politician or anyone who's in politics, you're out of your goddamn mind. Like, that's just insane. Like, I would never do that. I'm sorry. I would never do that. There's just no way.
I'm just messing with you, Ariana. No need to.
I can't even. This is not being sexist because I can't even congratulate a man for being great without me wanting to jump his bones. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
I didn't say nothing.
And congratulate
I didn't say
for great work.
I didn't say that. Whoa, you're taking this way too far. You jumped from me saying you slid into his DMs to jumping his bones.
It was okay. Hold on. It was suggested. Okay, in your tone.
I did not suggest that one bit. Are you kidding me?
Okay, guys.
Let this be a message to you out there, fellas. If you want to go on a date with Ariana, to her that means you want to jump. She wants to jump.
Gaslight. You know what, chat? Matt is gaslighting me right now. This is gaslight girl boss 101. Okay, don't be like Matt. And with that said, I'm gonna go. All right, guys. I love
Take
you.
care, Ariana.
Goodbye, Ariana.
Super happy to have you back.
Yeah, thank you so much. I love being here. Okay, love you guys.
All right, you take
Bye.
care. Love you too.
Thanks. Bye.
Matt. My goodness.
She makes it so, I'll be honest, she makes it so easy. She leaves these little openings that no one else on this show does, and I just have to
My goodness.
You left
Terrible.
an opening earlier that I jumped on as well when you were like, I dated one guy and that was it. It's like, you were like, I'm not testing this out anymore.
All right. Do you want me to go first, or did you want to go first?
You could go first. I don't have that
Okay.
many, so maybe it's
We don't
best
have a
that, like-
ton. I got some more in over the course of the last like half hour or so, but not too much tonight. So John, thank you so much for the gifted membership. John, I always appreciate you so much. You are so kind, never expected, but always appreciated. Thank you, John. The next one that I have is from Cosmere Dragon. What is your opinion on the Mario Kart drama around the intermission tracks? So, if I'm understanding the drama correctly, Nintendo made it so that way when you select a random, you're no longer getting a course with the 3 laps. You're getting potentially one of the courses or a situation where you have to drive from course to course, or it's more of a straightaway. I much prefer the courses with the 3 laps. I really enjoy the traditional old school style. Having said that, though, it doesn't affect me that much because I mostly play Knockout Tour online. But I think that them making the change was very, very stupid, and I wish that they would undo it. Tyler Hackner, 30 months. My goodness, that is actually crazy. Tyler, thank you so much. Zeitwise says, a certain pansexual YouTuber named Ian said everyone who thinks Representative Jason Smith is gay has no effing idea and a terrible gaydar. Would you agree?
What? I don't even know what's going. Who's? I don't
I
even know.
Jason Smith. So what did he say about Jason Smith? He said that anyone who thinks he's gay has a terrible gaydar. I don't know who this is. Let me just Google it. I think I have to watch a video of him. Immediately, I do think he is gay. That'd be my suspicion. But I think I have to watch a video. Let me just hang on.
Oh boy, this could go
just real quick. All I need is like 5 seconds, and I can tell you definitively. Give me 1 sec, okay?
Oh, apparently Matt Gaetz once said that he's living a lie.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me see. I think he's gay.
Wait,
so...
can we hear the could you play the video on because I gotta see if this is like overtly over the top. Like, is it over?
No, I think this is more subtle. I have more of a 60% confidence level in this one.
Like, hi, Ref. Hello, Ref Jason Smith.
Hello. All right, here we go.
This done. Failure is not an option, but it's not
You
easy.
gotta
This
be
is a historic win.
I think he's gay, right?
Wait, I made that voice. I did that voice as a joke, thinking it'd be over the top. Dude, that's pretty fucking close.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm 60% sure. Sometimes you have straight guys who are a little bit more effeminate. I just closed it.
Play a little bit more. Play a little bit more. Play a little bit more. Maybe we just caught him at a bad moment.
Okay.
Maybe
Listen,
every sometimes my voice cracks and I go a little bit higher pitched for a few words.
well, there's a difference between your voice cracking and you being a little bit fruity. I think it's inherent. It's like an aura. You could tell.
Well, let's take a listen.
But it's not easy. This is a historic win. When we pass this bill, Becky, this will be the largest tax cut
Wait, hold on.
in history.
Can we just hear him say
for workers
Becky
and
again? I think that'll
middle-income
tell us a
families.
lot. What a great name for him to have to say.
This bill,
what a
Becky,
perfect name.
But it's
so
not
lucky this
easy. This
reporter's
is a
name is Becky.
historic win. When we pass this bill, Becky, this will.
Yeah. I don't know which Ian this is referring to, but no.
Thank you to that reporter for being named Becky. That really
I go up to
queued
probably
us up.
70% confidence rate. I don't think I wouldn't say that he's a 6 on the Kinsey scale. He's probably a 5. But I if I had to guess, I would say yes. This is a homosexual we are dealing with. So thank you, Zeitgeist.
Right. And listen, not that it matters, obviously.
No, it does matter. I think that's immoral. It's a sin. So you should read that.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean, listen. Whatever. But this is a guy who I believe, from my brief looking up of who he was, when I came across that Matt Gaetz quote, he has an anti-gay record in Congress. So
then it's sealed. Yeah. If he's explicitly anti-gay, then yeah, that's 80%.
Well, I mean, he's Republican. What Republican do you know is explicitly not anti-gay? I mean,
Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham, I think he probably has a bad voting record, but he doesn't focus on anti-gay stuff because he knows he's like, oh, well, sweetie, they're going to suspect me. I might as well just keep my lips shut.
Well,
you know what I mean?
He's too busy fantasizing about the blood of Arabs and Muslims. I mean,
yeah, he might just be like an ammo-warosexual or something.
Yeah.
Aside from being gay, because he is definitely homosexual, just in case that's not obvious. Let me see who's next. Autistic Goblin says, family, we have a 4-year-old human child and 7 cats. Oh my god, that's so many cats. Plus indoor and outdoor plants. It takes 2 grown adults to keep this place from going to hell. That's great. 7 cats is wild because cats can be so manipulative and vicious. It depends. My cat is a sweetheart, but she has her moments. But man, that's probably fun though. 7 cats would be fun, but my goodness, that's crazy. Good luck to you and your family. Sam says thoughts on the Stop Killing Games movement. I heard a little bit about this.
What is Stop Killing Games? Man, I'm really out of the loop. I gotta update.
It's a petition for European people to try to get them to take action to create regulations to preserve video games, so that way developers can't sell you a game and then shut it down. So it's like a consumer advocacy movement.
I'll be honest. Cool. I was really worried when you told me there was a movement of gamers trying to do something. I got really I was like, oh boys, Gamergate 3.0.
When gamers organize, shit usually hits the fan.
Yeah, I was like, oh boy. I was like, oh, this is not gonna be. But no, lo and behold, this is good.
It's something wholesome.
This is sort of like the right to repair for video games. It seems
exactly. If they're doing something productive like this and not bashing queers or people of color, I'm all for it. Gamers, fuck yeah. Chili Bruh says, any ideas why Luigi is a terrorist to the DOJ, but the Minnesota cosplaying legislature murderer and mass shooter is not? Because it's about the message that they want to send. They're charging him with terrorism to dissuade anyone from doing what he did, to stop copycats. They don't really care about the Minnesota cosplaying legislature murderer because he killed Democrats. But Luigi touched the powerful, so they really want to make sure that they make an example out of him. That'd be my hunch.
I mean, they wouldn't even Trump wouldn't even go to the funeral of the Democratic lawmakers who were killed. It's that's
didn't even call Tim Walz. Said he wouldn't call Tim Walz. He's a radical loony. Just ridiculous.
Yeah. But maybe they don't. Maybe it's for the best. Maybe they should. Why would you want to talk to him?
Right.
Let me tell you, if God forbid something happened to me and my family, and he tried to fucking call us and get in on this for good PR or some shit. Oh, nothing would fucking make me angrier.
Oh, we should say the chat is pointing this out. Allegedly, Luigi Mangione killed because again, it has not been proven in court. So guilty until proven innocent. Yeah, allegedly.
Right. I think Luigi Mangione. I don't think there's enough evidence out there. Quite.
Not
At least
at all.
from what I've seen. Yeah.
The security camera footage does not look like Luigi Mangione. The guy that they had, I think they had the wrong guy, and they should definitely release him.
I think the McDonald's thing is where it all falls apart because apparently there was time where the cops had with his bag and everything that's unaccounted for, and we don't know where all the stuff that was in the bag came from. According to what I've heard, Luigi Mangione didn't have this stuff on his person when the cops accosted him, and then suddenly he did.
He's a patsy. Bayphoto says Kash Patel be like, look me in the eyes. There is no list. He does have some crazy fucking eyes. I will say that.
He has the eyes that you get at like an arts and crafts store, like Michael's, with that to glue on.
Ones that wiggle.
The ones that move around. Yeah, those are the eyes he's got.
Yeah, he does. I'm not seeing Sam's super chat. I see. Okay, so there's Ignar Huskies. Sam. So the next one up is Sam's. Let me read Sam's. For whatever reason, it's not showing up in.
Are you remembering to remove these? Because I still see like 45 starred. Do we have that many?
Yeah, I'm removing them. Yeah.
Oh wow,
yeah.
We have that many.
More probably came in, but Sam asked in the super chats. It's not showing up. Thoughts on conservatives being mad on the new Superman movie because James Gunn said Superman is an immigrant and it is about kindness. It's getting good reviews. Yeah, so you know what? I will say this. I am not a fan of Superman typically. I might actually go see this one in theaters just because I heard that it's explicitly pro-Palestine. I hear that it's pissing off conservatives, and I genuinely like James Gunn. I might actually see this in theaters. I might. We'll see. Probably not, but I might.
I gotta say, I had a feeling this Superman movie was gonna be good once I saw the trailer. It looked good. It looked like a Superman movie that finally sort of grasps the tone and the mood and the character that it should be. Like
it didn't look appealing to me, but I still might see it.
The DC movies love to take themselves too seriously, and maybe it works with like Batman, who's dark and gritty, but it doesn't work with Superman. Mm-hmm. And this looks like it could still be a serious movie in terms of like the content of the storyline and everything, but the overall look and feel is more of a comic book. Like looks more like one of the earlier Marvel movies that had that real comic book feel. And that's Superman to me. Superman's a fucking comic book character. You can't have a guy flying around in red tights who his alter ego is just him wearing a suit and glasses. Like that doesn't live in reality. You can't have a gritty, realistic Superman. It's got to feel like a comic book movie.
Yeah, that's a fair point. This one is from Ignar, who says, I'd go one step further. The Clintons and Trump collaborated to whack Epstein and protect their mutual benefactors who lobby both parties in shit. We'll never know the truth. We'll never know. Sam, my goodness. Sam sent a $100 super chat. Sam, thank you so much. That is insane. Really appreciate that. My goodness. Thank you so much. Sam asks, the big question is Elon going to try to save his reputation by trying to become the hero that exposes Trump? No. I don't know. I don't know if he he stole so much information from, with Doge, but maybe he was just trying to use the data to build AI. I'm not really sure. He did say that Steve Bannon is in the Epstein files. I have not seen any evidence of that so far. So after him saying that, it kind of leads me to believe that he's kind of just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks. I'm glad that he said that, though, because it really pissed off Steve Bannon, and whatever they can do to stoke the flames, I'm down for it. But I don't think Elon is going to do this. I don't think he would. I think that he is too reliant on subsidies, and he's already on thin ice. So, but I don't know. It depends on, maybe if he's in a K-hole, but I don't think he has anything. I'm not sure. Yeah, somebody says he's in the files. I mean, he is pictured with Ghislaine, so who knows at this point. But thank you so much for that giant super chat. Super generous. Jones City says Assange era WikiLeaks would have had them damn files. Yeah, no kidding. Jesse Fitzgerald, thank you for
I
becoming
mean,
a new member.
Assange is still around. I mean, the idea that like he became a. I mean, he probably always was, but it was easier to be a right winger exposing those in power when there's a Democratic president in power, like he did in that golden age of WikiLeaks that you were referring to. But the second Trump came along, though, Assange was and WikiLeaks was no longer looking to expose shit. I mean,
this comment from William Moore is fucking hilarious. I just read it. The files were in front of Kash Patel. Somebody needs to move them to right or left so you can see them. Goddamn, William, that's fucking funny.
He's the opposite of cross-eyed. Like instead of both of his eyes going in, they both go out.
He's wall-eyed. And has giant crazy eyes. My God. Two Grains says, Mike, Big Pockets Figueredo is a capitalist rotor in cahoots with the imperialists to subvert Chairman Mao's proletarian revolution. Hey, Lance, how fucking dare you? How dare you, Two Grains? Autistic Goblin says, re-ice my community. Watch Southeastern PA has been busy tracking agents every day. We have big Latin population, so we've seen a number of kidnappings. It's awful. Yeah, one thing that I will say, I hate Facebook. There's a lot of community groups that are very, very good at this. They are reporting wherever ICE is. If you don't like Facebook, I hear you, but it's been very good for communities to organize around ICE and keep each other in touch. Use it if you are vulnerable. Facebook groups, Facebook community posts for different cities. Get in touch. Not just any, like, find like left-leaning and liberal groups specifically. Not necessarily liberal-leaning groups, but more like activist type groups. They've been very effective. Oh, the IceBlock app. I haven't seen that, but yeah, IceBlock app. Yeah. Troy just said that in the chat. Yeah, I've not tried that yet. Yeah, IceBlock app. I'm sorry, Matt, what were you trying to say?
No, I was going to say Facebook groups is like the only good thing left about Facebook.
Yeah, yeah.
Find a good group with whatever you're looking to, cover or follow, and it's good.
Yeah. I mean, I also speak with people as well personally who update me on this, but the Facebook groups are really good for like up to the minute information. Honestly, it's been great.
You got to use these platforms and apps to the best of your ability. They're here. There's no broad movement to, boycott these companies. So my position has been to use them to your advantage. Where
you're not a bad person if you use Facebook for this. I mean, I think that desperate times call for desperate measures. So if you need some way to track ICE in your community or know that they're in your community, I'd rather know than not know. And if you have to use Facebook, use Facebook. It doesn't matter these times. Just like make sure you're able to track where they are. Protect your people, protect your family. Jackson says, Ken Klippenstein released documents on Operation Excalibur, which was a huge raid at MacArthur Park in LA. The government is ramping things up. A celeb helicopter found hidden tanks in LA. Where are we headed? Jesus Christ. I mean, this is just a small taste of what's to come, I would imagine. I think that it wouldn't be surprising to see this happening on a larger scale in more cities because ICE is now the third largest funded military operation in the entire world after China. So this is probably going to be a more common phenomenon now. I have no idea how ubiquitous they will be, but as prevalent as they are in some communities, it's just going to get worse. So buckle up. I don't know what to expect for sure, but it doesn't look like we're headed in a good direction, Jackson, unfortunately. V-Man says, oh, this is not my V-Man. This is my V-Man. Different one from V-Man, too, for me. V-Man says, you got to see ICE in Puerto Rico. It's crazy for an archipelago where support for undocumented immigrants is 86%. To have the MAGA statehood governor side with ICE is pure evil. That's fucking insane. Wow. I'll look into that. That really is disgusting. It's bad enough that Puerto Rico is being colonized ICE Gestapo too. That's really fucked up. Thank you, William, for becoming a member. Really appreciate you. V-Man says, to quote Puerto Rican nationalist Pedro Albizu Campos, when tyranny is law, revolution is order, we should heed his words and take action. Wise words. Wise words. Thank you so much to Kaylin Kessler, 99 cents. No message, no sticker, but I appreciate you. Tinsay Deresi, I'm done with the injustice in this world and worry for myself. Why worry for humanity when 97% will go to hell? May his wrath and judgment come sooner. Well, I think that you should still worry for people as well, because even though it's really discouraging, not all people are bad. And I think that the good people, however many they are, the few good people that exist, they make this world still worthwhile. And I think it's worth fighting for them and all the future generations who haven't even been born yet. Like, we got to do the best that we can to protect good people, for sure. But I understand why you feel the need to check out, because it's really exhausting. But just hang in there. Just hang in there. Caitlin Kessler says, Mike, there's a report stating that the major ocean currents have reversed. If that's true, then our climate is doomed and we are hopeless to stop it. I haven't seen this report. There's been multiple reports about the ocean acidification, and coral bleaching, just a lot of stuff that's been really, really discouraging. And it might be irreversible at this point. One thing that I will say is that on Blue Sky, I shared an article from Bill McKibben that he wrote for, I think it was Variety, that actually gave me some hope. I don't know if it's too late or not, but he talked about how quickly the solar revolution has ramped up. It's been exponential. And there's 3 times as much power produced by solar this year than there was last year, which is huge. And even though Trump just voted to undo or signed a bill that would undo this with the Big Beautiful Bill, because for those who don't know, the Inflation Reduction Act that Biden signed into law had subsidies for wind and EVs, and the Big Beautiful Bill takes those away. But Bill McKibben said even the fact that Trump felt the need to do that shows you how quickly that it's ramping up, and it's like the last attempt to try to save fossil fuels. But if we actually get off of solar, then it's not just that, like, we could potentially stop further climate change, assuming it's not, going to be like some runaway effect, but it would also change geopolitics in the Middle East, in Africa, because, like, think of how many invasions and wars there are over oil. So if that's no longer the primary energy source, it's a completely different world. So look at that article. It gives me a little bit of hope. And I think that anything you can hang on to is important. Having said that, though, Kaylin, I don't think that you're wrong to worry. Because I do too, of course. JJ says, of the 2028 potentials for president, AOC is the only one not beholden to the pro-Israel lobby like AIPAC. Hopefully her or someone like her will run. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. It's a bit far out, but I hope we get a good one. If we have free and fair elections, not to be negative. Next person is Chris Corcoran. There we go. If you take the lyrics of the song Twist by Korn, but replace the word twist with Hamas, you get John Fetterman's inner thought. V-Man says, and thank you, by the way, V-Man, multiple super chats. Really appreciate that. What makes me sad, all these bombs being dropped on Gaza were tested in my own homeland of Puerto Rico, the island of Vieques, and the U.S. still won't accept they are to blame why cancer rates are high. It's so gross, V-Man. And it's not surprising, though. We as a country, we still do not acknowledge the Native American genocide. It's wild, the fucked up shit we do that we just move on from. No reconciliation, no attempt to pay reparations to the victims, no attempts to right the wrong. Like, the country is a fucking mess. Like, we are such a menace. It's just so gross. So that doesn't surprise me, but it's deeply, deeply sad. The next one is from Dan Dixon. Dan Dixon, where's Dan Dixon? Here we go. Dan, thank you so much for the 20. Very generous super chat. I really appreciate that. It says, I appreciate you, Mike, keeping awesome. Dan, you are so kind. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Albert Hughes says, seeing the Democratic elites fight Mamdani harder than they do against the Trump regime is infuriating. They're sabotaging efforts to fight fascism. They are. They absolutely are. Albert, watch my video tomorrow. It's about this very thing. And I hope that you'll feel a little bit of encouragement. My video today was a bit of a downer, and I was raging throughout it, but tomorrow's video is a bit more optimistic. I just lost my place. Give me 1 second. So Albert, and the next one is Autistic Goblin. Where are we at? There we go. Sam Cedar was starstruck by Hassan. It was adorable. I've got to check that out. I still haven't watched the episode with Hassan. I'm behind, but I'll check it out this weekend for sure. Progressive Boomer, please ask Jeff Waldorf to be a guest on your show. Yeah, we should definitely bring him back. Jeff is
he's
awesome.
been on before, right? Yeah.
He's been on. Yeah, I'd love to have him back for sure. Chris, member for 3 months. Thank you. Pendulous says, tell your doggy I said woof, please. I will tell both of them that. Autistic Goblin says, Matt, don't be that guy. Too late, he already was. JD
I wasn't
Creeper.
that bad, please. I wasn't that bad.
JD Creeper, thank you for becoming a member. Tokyo Hans, my goodness, Tokyo Hans, 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Tokyo Hans. That is so kind of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Chris says, if Elon could, to the point of getting an impeachment to install JD, he would. Call your congressperson and ask, why not subpoena Ghislaine? I don't know if they can subpoena her when she's already in prison. That'd be... I don't know. I don't know how that would go about. But, interesting thought, though. JD Creeper says, bold of you to assume Facebook was ever good. That's a good point, yeah. Very true. It was always dog shit. Zeitwise says, thanks for the in-depth analysis of Jason Smith. That was very entertaining. It was Vosh, by the way, completely disagreeing with some in his chat. Okay. Oh, right. Ian. I was thinking of iDubbbz for whatever reason, but that makes sense. Okay, yeah, Vosh is wrong. He's absolutely wrong. He is, Jason Smith is a homosexual. Salty Tea. Damn, $50. My God, you guys, what a fucking insane night for super chats.
Yeah.
You guys are so generous. My God. Thank you so much.
They love you, Mike. They love you, Mike. They love you.
Oh, my goodness. Have one of First Bernie groups on Facebook, 40,000 members, Burners Progressive Revolutionaries private group, share you on their off. That's really cool. Hell yeah. I'm super, super pleased to know that you're sharing my content on there. Shout out to them. That's cool. That is my very last super chat. Wow, thank you all so much. My goodness, you all are so kind. Well, did you want to go ahead and go, Matt? I'm going to run to the bathroom. I can control for you, but if you want to start, I'll take over.
Yeah, sure. Where's my first one? Let's see. Let's see. Tokyo Hans with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Tokyo Hans. As always, really appreciate your support. We got Bay Photo, member for 24 months, super chat. Hassan is in NYC and interviewing Mahmoud Khalil tomorrow. You and Ariana should go stream snipe him, LOL. Yeah, someone said that to Ariana. I think after you, though, obviously, because you sent this to me early on. Yeah, I don't know where he's going to be, but let's see. Tokyo Hans. Where is this super chat? Oh boy, there's a bunch of super chats that aren't. Here we go. Cash Patel always looks like he has just shot himself at a Denny's while on a date. And next one is from Troy Mosen with a super chat. A little something to the diaper fund. Congratulations to you and your family. Thank you so much, Troy. I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Thank you to Bad Enchilada for becoming a YouTube member. I'm guessing you are the non-Bizarro World version of Bad Empanada. Let's see. We got Chris with a membership super chat, member for 24 months. Zionism purposely stokes the flames of anti-Semitism. Israel needs Jews to feel unsafe. Atheist Zionists just want ethno-states. Right. I mean, what's the other explanation, right? Tokyo Hans with another super chat. Matt said there weren't many super chats, so here. Boy, thank you, Tokyo Hans. There weren't, honestly. I mean, I'm already almost done with mine.
Okay, I can take control for you.
Tokyo Hans with another one here, another super chat. DMT is fine and all, but have you guys tried Domino's Pizza? Life-changing, not necessarily for the good, though. I love Domino's Pizza.
I can't lie. I love Domino's, too.
Papa John's is better, though.
I have not really had Papa John's, but I won't lie. I like Domino's. I'm a Domino's shill. It's sad.
I always explain it like this. You just have to come at it as it's something being separate from pizza. Like if I'm in the mood for like pizzeria pizza, I have tons of options in New York City and they're all fantastic. If I'm in the mood for like Papa John's or Domino's, I get Papa John's or Domino's. It's a completely different craving.
Okay, who's next?
I got B Buccaneer with a $10 super chat. Oh, all B Buccaneer said is hi. Thank you so much, B Buccaneer. Lizzie Bennett with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Lizzie. Atheist Zionists be like, Jewish people have the right to Palestinian land as ordained by God. A question after 1 second of thought. You mean the God you said you didn't believe in? I think the previous Chris put it nicely. They just want an ethno-state. Yes, that's really what an atheist Zionist is. Goofy Goober with a super chat. Ariana, so many of us have had similar experiences and know what you mean. Power to you for sharing here, even with the friendly teasing. Ariana's not here anymore, but it's a very nice thought. Yes, I think, listen, I know what she meant. Did I still think it was weird to say when you're currently in a relationship? Yes. Dan Dixon with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate it.
I'm not seeing Dan Dixon.
Oh, that's weird.
Are you seeing it on yours?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, not on my. No, not in.
Not on StreamYard.
No, why is
there's a couple of them that they're just missing, and that happens sometimes. They just don't show up.
I feel bad. It's a nice $20 super. I'm gonna read it, obviously.
Go ahead.
Let me do this. I'm gonna take a quick screenshot, and then I can display it in my camera feed. Hold on, because if it was $20 is a big one, so I gotta respect. Here we go. Dan Dixon with a super chat. I appreciate you, Matt. Keep being awesome, and I appreciate.
Oh, that's so nice.
The sentiment, Dan, and the super chat. I really appreciate it. I'm trying. Looney Tunes 9000 with a super chat. JBP will bully you next call-in show. I'm joking. I mean, I would love Jordan Peterson to call in and bully me. Honestly, it would be fantastic. That would be really good. Bad Enchilada with a super chat. You guys shouldn't have Soy Pill. You guys should have had Soy Pill or other smaller lefty creators as guests. Who's Soy Pill?
I've never heard of Soy Pill, but maybe we will at some point.
Let me look.
We're always down to have smaller creators as guests. We actually do sometimes.
There's a Soy Pill with 114,000 subscribers. You're calling them a smaller lefty creator.
Yeah, that's a massive creator.
That they got more YouTube subscribers than I do. And their videos get tons of views. What the hell?
Yeah, holy shit.
Their last video 1 month ago, 414,000 views. What the 2 months ago, 827,000 views. What? 3 months ago, 715,000 views.
I'll subscribe to them. I've never heard of them before, but yeah, that is definitely not a small creator. That is a huge creator.
I mean, maybe they'll be nice enough to let me on their show so I can get those views. I mean, oh my God. But yeah, I would definitely be up for collaborating with anyone with that many subscribers and that many views. Now, I'm open to collaborating with anyone, anytime, anywhere. Let me know and I'll do it. John Jeffrey with a super chat, more like super Matt. Thank you. I appreciate that. Brian B with a super chat. Matt, you're the homie. Love y'all. Left is best. Thank you so much, Brian B. And Bad Enchilada with the 5 gift memberships. Thank you so much. Over on Twitch, really quick. Justin Freakin rated me. Thank you so much, Justin. Tokyo Hans resubscribed for 15 months at tier 1. Wow, subscriber for 36 months. Tokyo Han says, I have no idea what Ariana is feeling. She is still amazing, though. And Valis Nova with the 10 community sub gifts over on Twitch. If you haven't grabbed one over on Twitch, I don't know if everyone over on Twitch saw that, but Valis Nova just gave out 10 community gift subs at twitch.tv/Matt Binder. Thank you so much.
Damn. We have a couple for David. I want to go ahead and read them off just to make sure that those aren't forgotten. Tenlan Nob says, what's the most annoying kind of influencer you still follow? For me, it's cars. Hard to feel that anyone with 3+ cars, all less than 2 years old, has any grasp on what normal person's life is like. You know, I don't know what David would say, but I don't know what kind of annoying influencer do I follow. Maybe some of the video game influencers that buy video games just to flip them. I don't like that they flip them. I think that's stupid. But I do enjoy them going through and like finding like really collectible games or like rare games, and like I like the nostalgia, but I just don't like the fact that they're flipping the games. It seems, I don't know, it seems exploitative, because then they'll like try to sell these games back to their audience on this app called Whatnot, and then they pay like a premium just to buy it from the creator. It does feel dirty, but again, I do like watching them, you know, dig through like yard sale bins to find like an old Nintendo 64 for whatever reason. Like, I think that is fun to watch and entertaining. Maybe that. I don't watch that super frequently though. That's all I can think of though.
I mean, I'm sick and tired of these political streamers. Fucking.
That actually would be a fair response. I feel like we would be so insufferable if I didn't do this for a living. Like, I just couldn't listen to any political content. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really. I never. Maybe I missed the influencer thing. Like I don't look at any. I know the kids today all look at these creators as if they're the equivalent to like how we looked at like movie stars and rock stars back in the day. I just don't. I think, you know, I don't even really look
follow any creators that closely.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there's not that many like celebrities in general, like even the old like movie stars and stuff that I would be like, you know, I go crazy over. Like, are there celebrities that I would, if I met in person, would I ask for a photo? Of course, but I wouldn't be like, I'm not one to be like crying like I'm meeting the Beatles or some shit.
Yeah, it's different. I kind of feel the same way, where it's like, hey, yeah, I'd be happy to get a photograph with a celebrity that I knew, but if I ever ran into a celebrity, I would probably not know who they were, so it wouldn't. I don't know. I'm not super like into the influencer culture and stuff. Like if I saw Mr. Beast on the street, I would not want a photo. I just don't need one. But if I saw,
I have responsibility to my son and daughter, who are both big Mr. Beast fans.
That's fair. That's fair though. If your kids, no, that's fair. For me, it's like, I don't think I need one. I'm happy to take a picture if he wants one with me, if he's a fan of the Humanist Report, but I'm good, for myself.
I gotta say, like my son was telling me how he goes to a soccer camp, and during lunch they go indoors to eat lunch, and there's like a TV they put on to while they eat lunch, and the counselor was asking like, "Oh, what do you guys want to watch?" Expecting them to like shout out like, their favorite TV shows or whatever, and according to my son, he said all the kids were like shouting for Mr. Beast or this like Fortnite guy, a streamer or whatever. And the counselor was just like, I'm putting on Tom and Jerry.
That's funny.
I mean, I think it's
it's a different era now. Yeah. Kids don't watch TV.
My issue with it is a lot of these guys, for streamers, for people who are 18 plus, whatever, I don't give a shit. But, people who make children's entertainment usually have some education in what that should have.
Like Miss
Rachel. I
don't
just mean if it, yeah, and I don't even just talk about educational stuff. Like even like, the classic like Nickelodeon or Disney Channel shows. We're not like, there was some, bar in terms of like what you do to even just capture a kid's attention and imagination. And I don't think these streamers have it. Like Miss Rachel is an exception. Like clearly she's an educator who got into this and knows what she's doing. Like she's very particular in like even like the tone of voice she uses. Like that's why there's all those videos of those babies. Like you put the parents putting Miss Rachel on, the babies immediately stop crying and start looking at the TV for her, and they'll start like smiling. It's you could tell like there's a specific tone in her voice and like the way the genuflection in her voice or whatever. She knows what she's doing. Like she's an educator.
Yeah.
But like a lot of these streamers, I think are bad examples. And I don't even mean like they're doing anything necessarily like overtly bad. They just don't know how to present to kids.
Mm-hmm. We have a couple more I wanted to get to from David. Jezzy C says, I may be wrong, but I don't remember Trump even acknowledging the other states that had either tornadoes or flooding before Texas. I'm not sure either, but it's possible, right? It's possible. As soon as Trump was done, another one from Jezzy, by the way. Thank you, Jezzy. As soon as Trump was done at the stroke of his pen signing the big betrayal bill, it set in motion doom immediately. We knew it was coming, but just how fast is crazy. Yeah. JD Creeper says Vosh is annoying. Bad Enchilada says Straighterade would be a great guest too. Okay, I've not heard of Straighterade.
Oh wait, someone I knew I used the wrong word. I said genuflect. I meant inflection. Right. Thank you. Don't bow down to the child.
I didn't even hear you say that.
Genuflect. Right. Thank you for calling me out on that. I knew something. As I said it, I was like, I used the wrong word, didn't I? But I wasn't 100% sure. Thank you.
Funny. Well, that's basically it. Should we raid Carolyn Kwan? Or no, we did last week, right?
I think we did. Well, the week before that, yeah.
Okay, right.
Let's see.
There's Amy C3, Frogan, Cosmopolitics.
Oh wait, did I read this from Bad Enchilada? About Straighterade being a good guest?
Oh yeah, I just read that. I thought that was for David. That was yours.
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry. My bad. No Comment Chick, Amy EC3, Maple Takes, Riverboat Jack. You said Amy EC3, right? Let's rate Amy.
No comment. We've never rated No Comment Chick, right?
Yeah, but you already said Amy EC3. I feel like it's weird to say.
Well, I said a bunch of people. We should, because that'd be cool to raid No Comment Chick.
All right, let's raid No Comment Chick then.
Yeah, let's do that because she's cool. I've heard of her. I didn't know she was live, but yeah, she's cool. She's good people. It's just No Comment Chick CC.
Yep. Let me know when you're gonna press the start raid.
Okay, give me 1 second.
All right, folks.
There
Thank
we
you
go.
so much for tuning in. I know it's hard after a week off to get back into the swing of things. I personally wasn't expecting a week off. I just told them I couldn't be there last week because me and my son had tickets to the NYCFC game on last Thursday. And because I wasn't here, the rest of the crew decided, let's not hold the show. Apparently, I'm the glue that holds Leftist Mafia together. But I will be here next week, as far as I know. And so I guess everyone else will be too. If I'm here, I guess everyone else will be. So let me hit start raid.
All right. Raid now? You good?
Wait, almost. Not yet. 4, 3, 2. All right, I'm hitting raid now. See you all next time, everyone. Peace.
Take care, everybody.